Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Marvel Rivals tournament live from Calderdale College's Mill Studios. Today, we are in with a massive batch of drama and thrilling competition. It's a showcase of some epic esports action and also a fantastic day for fundraising with Invictus Wellbeing. For those not familiar with Marvel Rivals, it's a game. It's a fast-paced, team-based game and a fighting game, which includes some of the best Marvel superheroes and villains. Today's tournament will have 7 matches, and the team that will win the most will get a special prize and be crowned as our winners. Fingers crossed. And who knows which team will be winning. Before we dive into this action, let me talk just for a moment about Invictus Wellbeing. It's a charity that benefits for today's event. Invictus is dedicated to supporting the mental health and well-being of young adults. The projects include a wide range of services such as therapy, community support, and wellness programs aimed to empower young people to lead to fulfilling lives despite adversity. If you would like to donate, there is a link in the description that you can click on so you can donate. All right, now we've got into that, let's take a little tour around our Mill studio and our events of where it's taking place. First off, we'll be heading into the esports room, which is where the main event itself will be taking part. Just follow carefully. And here we go to our esports room. Here we have it. Welcome to our esports classroom, where the event will be taking place. Just take a look at all these fantastic computers that are in the way. Give us a wave to everyone in here. These are some of our behind-the-scenes crew. They're working hard. Some of the commentators at the back and things like that. So that's a little peek at our esports room. Let's go to our media control room, where we'll next be seeing some amazing magic spells taking place. This way we go. Keep coming with me. Oh. And in we go. And in we come to the production control. Hello there.
Hello.
How's it going behind the scenes?
Have a wave, everyone. Come on.
Give us a wave.
Yeah.
Say hello. So this is where all the magic will be happening behind the scenes with our crew getting ready for this stream. So have fun.
Right,
Enjoy the show. And we'll lead to our outro. The teams are almost ready to arrive. So let's go say hi to the teams now.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Marvel Rivals tournament. We are your commentators, James.
And Callum.
And honestly, I'm so excited to be commentating today's event. We've seen these players already in a few games, and they've really shown the kind of talent they have and the ability they're going to play. And I'm really excited to see the variety of gameplay we'll see today. What do you think?
Yeah, like you said, we've seen the talent. I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, looking forward to it. Love it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Let's hope everything goes well.
So we are now with our teams. Let's have a quick chat with them. So how are you feeling about this tour?
I feel confident. I think we might win a few rounds, but it's going to be difficult.
And have you come up with a special strategy to potentially win?
No, not really. We're just going to hope for the best. Just run with it.
Okay. How are you feeling about this tournament?
Confident.
So, do you think you have a good strategy to win?
Yeah, I think we've got a couple secret players that might come in handy.
Well, best of luck to all of you.
And announcing the teams. Coming in first is Jacob, also known as Up the Tism for Team Old Phonies, team captain there. Following up behind is Alex, playing as Alex B32. Following close behind is Rowan, playing on the Hatsune Miku account this time. Right behind is Usman, playing as Usman. And behind them both is Jaden Jackson, who is not on camera, and Aspro. Coming in now is Evan, also known as by Peaks, for the Evanescence team captain there. Up next is Saul, playing as Saul W9. And then Damien, playing as Spotted 111. Following right behind is Rob, playing as Kirby. And then Luke, playing as Recon. And our first game is now underway. Going to the hero band stage here. I'm very interested to see who they get rid of first here.
I would like to say, if they take out Mantis in the first round, she is the best support in this game right now. It wouldn't be a good idea to ban Mantis, but it's good to see that someone is going to be choosing Mantis if she doesn't get banned.
It could be on the contrary as well with these ban stages. Getting rid of Mantis could actually be never mind. Mantis is being saved, completely safe here. They have banned Penny and Iron Fist though, which is very, very kind of damning for the kind of teams that we've seen them so far, as Evanescence does like to run that Penny.
Yeah. And Magic has been saved as well.
Definitely interesting to see the kind of plays here. It looks like they're playing a very kind of aggressive style of gameplay coming in from the old phones. Seemingly going for the 2-2-2 lineup that is very common in most games.
Banning Adam Warlock is also interesting, since his ult is an automatic revive for everybody.
Yeah. Not to mention the Soul Bond. Soul Bond is a very powerful thing for jumping in and backlining with it, being able to mitigate damage between the entire team of hits. The Storm ban is a very, very powerful ban actually, considering Storm's recent
The right heroes could make all the difference.
Absolutely dominate the pool now and make Storm one of, if not the strongest DPS in the game at the current moment. Getting rid of her might actually be a very strong pick.
And it looks like... hold on.
Both teams are locking in. Seems
yep.
While the old phonies are going for that same titular 2-2 lineup, it seems Evanescence is seemingly going for a 4-2 with 4 DPS and only 2 supports. Definitely curious to see how this kind of pans out. What do you think about these teams? Anything you would change or add?
Only thing I would really change at the moment is having a tank on... which team is it that doesn't have a tank?
It's Evanescence is currently lacking a tank.
Evanescence not having a tank is going to be a daring move, since tanks usually pivot the game sometimes. Definitely going to be interesting to see. Looking forward to what they can pull off.
Agreed. With tanks are normally there to kind of control the battle and shift the tide, but normally a Punisher can do that himself with his turret, just kind of, as he already is there, like lining up his turret, just firing damage throughout the team. So actually quite an interesting push to the right. After a falling off, he sits 2 kills off the edge of the map. Both supports already fallen to seemingly just a cliffside.
That must be embarrassing for them.
We'll hope that they can recover on that one. I'm not really sure what happened there. It might have been a panic from the Spider-Man jumping in, but definitely interesting. You don't normally see people fall off the edge of the map there. I don't think I've ever seen that in my games that I've played. Magic jumping into the backline now, going into any kind of damage. As Spider-Man and the Luna both fall. Does look like even though 2 of them fell off the map, it seems like they're going to still keep a hold and get a solid push going forward on the couple. He also fall one by one. Punisher falling as well. That is a full team wiped, all sent back to the Swarm. A very good start for this team.
Yeah. Yeah.
They made it halfway! Stop them! Better stop that vehicle!
Looking, it is interesting to see that.
My armor's stronger now.
Right. And the teams can start fighting again. Scroll goes for pushing solo. He's put it down by Magic, but does have the Mantis to kind of keep her alive there. The one that hops in as well. 3v1 now on the top Magic. She's getting bullied in a corner. Doesn't matter the point is taken. No one's getting the test. Both the Mantis and the Scroll fall as Evan sits up top with the Punisher turret, beaming down as the Hella falls. We want to get rid of Hella in this game, but still, even with dodge change, he's still one of the best in the game. Absolutely dominant if left unchecked.
Yeah.
He's being backlined by that same Hella. The Hella getting beautiful bit of revenge there. Yes, hunting down from spawn, back with a fall. That was very much a splat there as the dagger flies in and takes her down. And it does look like they're going to take this point near uncontested. There's been no real kind of defensive hold from Evanescence so far.
Yeah, I feel like if somebody on the Evanescence team switched to the tank, I feel like they could hold the title.
We also don't have a mass amount of
Judge, jury, executioner!
A lot of healing output coming out from Luna there. Not Luna, the clone is keeping everyone alive with dagger. Being seemingly wasting an ultimate, not getting any kind of value with that whatsoever. As Doctor Strange is being pushed away by a Scroll Girl. Barely dies there. A lot of healing output coming out. Clone dagger is now here. Scroll Girl fall on the side of it. And yet again, this team that seems to have such a dominant start to these fights just falls apart. Evanescence cannot seem to hold a point to save their lives currently.
I would also like to say, Wanda did ult there, but it seems like she got killed during the middle of it.
I didn't even notice that she ulted, yeah. That's a very important ult to lose. Those things that can make or break a team fight. They seem to have a lot of ults that aren't available. They only have the 2 of them currently on Evanescence side. That is not something you want to see on the in Ultimate Economy, especially with Phonies having now 4 lined up and ready as soon as Magneto gets his. They can get some very good combos here with the potential Hella and Strange combo. Good little trade there as Luna falls on one side. 2 beautiful kills coming in from the Hella. As it seems, again, this team is getting wiped out. Hella popping off, getting a 3k with the ultimate as just the Wanda survives. Point is cleanly taken. There has literally not been a single fight that the Ulthonies have lost so far. This has been a very dominant hold. As I've seen before with these teams, both teams have a very strong offense but a very weak defense. They don't really seem to know how to hold things. They're just very good at pushing in and getting these kills.
Yeah, like I said before, if there was a tank on Team Evanescence, it would have definitely been a harder fight. But
at least to break through.
With the way that Jacob's team is going, I don't think that would have really changed anything.
What a beautiful 3k from Peaks on the Moon Knight switch. Getting 3 kills with the ultimate there. One thing we didn't notice earlier was Recon did fall off the map as Spider-Man, totaling the 3rd environmental kill of this game that have been completely by the players themselves and no other outside influence. This might be going for a record in this game. Team pushed up again. Alex has Doctor Strange taking a lot of frontal damage. You do not want to do that before you even engage the fight. Quickly taken out by the Spider-Man. Definitely not want to have that. You need that healing to kind of get to the point first. Normally people go around the top side here. They're trying to funnel through now. It's better to do that than go down the bottom side because of all the pick damage you can take early on. Very grouped up here as they're just trying to get any kind of funnel damage they can. The Scroll Gold does fall. That's a very good start. They've traded out as Jaden does fall as well. This is a very messy fight so far. It just seems to be back and forth with each other.
I am ready to
Multiple,
run a
wow,
show.
everyone's pressing ult like one button now. We've used both Luna ult and the Thylock. Sal's not getting much done because of the Luna counter. Mantis ult coming out now. This seems just going to be a standstill of a fight.
Cloak and Dagger has ulted.
Same with the Strange. Strange only not really getting much value out of it, managing to stop everyone else and helping to eliminate the Mantis there. Their one healer's fallen. I do think that's a key factor as well for this fight is the one support on Mantis. As soon as you lose that healer, apologies, everything falls apart. It's very difficult to kind of keep your team alive and synergized with one support being taken out. Spider-Man gets taken out there, but does manage to take a support with him at least. Like, it could help turn this fight around. I stand corrected. 2 minutes 24 left on the clock. What a beautiful amount of time. Phonies are absolutely... they should be ecstatic with this kind of lead.
Yeah, like I've said twice before, Evanescence would have definitely had a chance if they picked a tank. Maybe they'll pick a tank this round. We don't know. We'll just have to see.
It does look like they might be. Coming out with the... Oh, no, never mind. Staying on seemingly the Psylocke now.
And it seems Team Jacob is staying with the same lineup as last time.
What I do like personally as a Star-Lord main while I'm playing my games is it looks like they're now also running the Star-Lord. Evan's swapping onto it now. I'm really interested to see what Pete's can pull off here because I am very much partial to Star-Lord gameplay.
Yeah.
30 seconds before you attack.
But like I said, it seems Team Jacob is staying with the same lineup they had last round, and that should work well for them. As like we've already seen last round, it worked incredibly well for them.
Agreed. It seems to be a very powerful offensive and defensive lineup where they have a lot of the healing output to support, a lot of the high damage output coming in from these two very powerful DPS that can just take someone out of the board almost immediately. Strange portal coming out. Does anyone fall for it? Oh my! Someone actually did jump in. That is very unfortunate. That is now the fourth, fifth, nearly sixth, seventh. Did two people not just jump out of that? Did I just see that correctly?
I believe you saw correctly.
And then I'm just Scroll Girl again. That is now 8. I've just got my spectator cam watching everyone jump through the same portal. You can't write this. Oh, that is beautiful. That is 8 now. 8 now off the map kills, I believe, if we're counting it properly. And it does seem like this is actually now a very good defensive hold coming in again from the Phonies. It does help a lot that they've been able to really kind of keep everyone at bay with just a portal at the door, help giving them just a bit of extra time. The team does seem to be falling apart though.
Yeah.
Jaden doing a lot of work on this objective, just trying to stay alive and do as much damage as he can. He does fall to the Venom, unfortunately. Just Magneto left now. Oh no, there's a Luna. It's not corrected. Just these two left, trying to do anything they really can to just survive. The Star-Lord doing a lot of damage output. I'm very much happy about that one.
Oh, and it seems
Magneto
Team Evanescence has finally gotten a tank.
They have, yeah, I didn't even think of that. Yep, the tank is now out. They seem to be running more of a balanced comp. It's a 3-2-1 now with 2 supports. They seem to have realized their weakest point was their survivability. It's all well and good getting the kills, but if you can't stay alive to keep the objective, it's just not going to work well in this game, especially with the point being able to move itself halfway through the game. Jaden on the magic, jumping into the backline. What a beautiful 2-man stun coming in from the Strange ult as Spider-Man does fall to it. Seems like now just cleaning house now as the Star-Lord barely manages to get away. Like the trickle net man flies into the magic and gets killed again as magic also picks up on the Mantis. Beautiful little play there. I knew the magic play was going to be strong as soon as it was picked. Definitely seeing a lot of good output here from the DPS. Going on to the Wolverine. Going off from the 2-2 meta they were playing before, now onto a Wolverine for a 3-2-1 kind of comp. Seemingly trying to match the same comp style of the Evanescence.
Yeah, in my past experience with the game, it seems that Wolverine's not that good of a character.
Wolverine, he's really only good against tanks where he can do a lot of damage output, and with this team only having one tank, it's certainly a choice. We'll see if it plays out. Maybe this Wolverine is secretly a god. We haven't seen much of Wolverine being played in this, but it does look like the Phonies are still somehow keeping a hold of this, even though they lost a lot of players early on. It does seem to be a thing of more team coordination. It looks like the Evanescence is almost trickling into the point one by one. As Venom and Spidey both jump into their backline, trying desperately for any kills, but they just don't have the healing output to kind of support that kind of dive. The rest of the team now just kind of standing on the point waiting. As Jaden jumps in, immediately annihilates the Madness, gets picked off by a counter roll coming in from Peaks, getting the second, maybe even a third. What a beautiful ult from Star-Lord.
Yeah, so the Captain America taking out the Cloak and Dagger is really going to hurt the Team Jacob.
Oh, very much so, yeah. Being able to just pick off a support nice and quickly is almost pivotal in games like this. But they have changed it up again. They now have 2 tanks, only 1 support on Evanescence. Definitely a choice. There's a lot of healing output for one person to kind of put out. Like, they must have a lot of like confidence in their support to be able to pull this off. Strogo coming in now, not really doing much, but managed to just kind of do a lot of damage. Never mind, got a kill. Beautiful pick off on the Hela there. As Jaden jumps in, now low health, trying to just get anything he can. Very aggressive kind of play, does fall for it, but does also manage to get the score goal in the process, so a solid trade there. Venom falls on the point, and again, it looks very kind of mixed matchy on these team fights, where, honestly, even when watching, I'm never going to know who's going to win these team fights. Because every time one gets a pick, another does as well. It seems like they're playing, almost like just playing a game of just like handing it off to each other.
Yeah. Trading kills really depends on the situation, where it might work out for you, it might won't.
It depends on who you're trading on. If one magic can go in and trade out for... Oh, that is a beautiful ult cancel coming in from Peaks. Strange goes in for the ult and completely dies while trying. It's a pivotal cancel there. And yeah, he lost charge as well. It's completely destroyed ultimate. Wolverine jumping into the backline, getting killed there. The Hela getting a 2k. I didn't even notice the Hela had ulted.
Yeah, no, me neither. I didn't notice.
Let's see if Jacob can like hit. Never mind. Jacob immediately gets annihilated. This Star-Lord has been maybe the best swap so far for Team Evanescence. It's just done so much close range damage. That's really what they need to do. As soon as you get into the faces of the team, they seem to almost panic. They can't function without that kind of like distance healing. It seems to be their strongest suit. The only exception being Jaden. His magic has just been dominant all game. Coming in now, they've used just about every ult in the book. Both Luna and Mantis popped ults there in that fight, as well as the magic Dark Child. Another Star-Lord ult coming in. Let's see if we can get any kind of value with this. Just beaming down anyone that really can. The Strange Shield is definitely going to be a problem for them. And yeah, just a 1 kill on the Hela, but still a pivotal pick all the same. So they're now just trying to get the point. They've got it past the objective, which is nice. Now just, again, like a scrappy cleanup almost.
Yeah, that Squirrel Girl ult might have worked out. I'm not sure if it hit anybody, but it looked like it.
Unfortunately, it didn't. I think that was mainly due to the Cloak. Cloak's ability to basically mist his entire team and turn them all invulnerable is such a powerful ability that very little people actually use. Because, well, it can be cancelled by any kind of button input. It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Mantis being jumped in the backline by this. Oh, wow. The team synergy there was beautiful. Mantis getting jumped in the backline by both a Hela and a Magic. And Spider-Man flying in to save a life. That is beautiful team synergy. I often forget like these teams have worked together for at least a few games now, being able to kind of figure out how to play as a group. A good little 2k there on the ultimate. Doesn't really pan out much. Strange using his ult, getting both Spider-Man and Squirrel Girl stunned, but nothing really coming from it in the end. Jaden does fall as well, and everything just seems to be falling into place near perfectly for Evanescence. As I said before, these teams excel at offensive touches, but they fall apart on the defense.
Yeah, I feel like for Team Jacob, they may actually need another tank on their team.
A lot of tanks normally... Tanks themselves can be very strong if used with the right synergies. I believe the strongest tanks in the game currently are just ones that have synergies with them. Like, a Hulk would be good here to just exist if they had the Iron Man to back up. The point is moving seemingly by itself. No one really seems to have noticed it's even moving it. They're all fighting just down the aisle. Do manage to capture though and stop it in place. That was very smart thinking from, I believe it was Jaden that hopped back there.
Now, although there is not a Scarlet Witch currently, as I main Scarlet Witch, all of them huddled up there on that kind of slope. That would have been a perfect ult to get a lot of people.
Agreed, if the ult was put there, any kind of ult there would have done a lot of damage. Captain America coming in now with his jumping in seemingly solo into just purely into their faces, trying to just damage anyone they can. Captain America does not have the high survivability enough for this. He seems to be now running back as Evan falls as well. A 9th fall off the map coming in with Spider-Man again in the same place, and wow.
Yeah, so
they didn't take the point, that's the game.
Yeah, so if there is one thing you can't beat, it's Mother Nature.
You can't beat gravity. That's the end of the game. I didn't even notice the time would run out. That's GG's coming in.
Yeah, that was incredibly fun to watch. Yeah.
It felt very scrappy in a lot of places where a lot of the fights were seemingly just like passing off cards to each other. It almost felt like, but a very much good game coming out from Old Phonies as they seem to just absolutely dominate on that offense, held on the defense really well as well, but not able to really kind of do what they needed to do in the full defense. Managed to pull it off in the end though. It was a very good one.
Yeah, so looking at the stats here, who do you think did the best, and who do you think could improve on personally?
Well, MVP speaks for itself. Jaden absolutely dominating there with 41 kills. I think improvement wise, I can't really see anything in particular.
Yeah.
Now, we are going to be going on a quick break now that this first game is over. Upon return, we'll see what these teams can kind of work on. I believe they're going to just kind of have a talk and see where they can improve on. I'm quite excited.
My name's Katie and I work for a charity called Invictus Wellbeing. I just wanted to give a big shout out to everybody at Calderdale College who is taking part in your Marvel Rivals fundraising gaming tournament. Thank you to every donation. Every penny that is raised today will go straight back into offering support to our charity. So a little bit about who we are. So Invictus Wellbeing is celebrating its 10th birthday this year, and we are a children's mental health and wellbeing charity. We work with young people within West Yorkshire, offering free therapeutic and wellbeing support to those aged 5 up to the age of 25. We are a fantastic charity and we do lots of projects across the area, looking at how we can help improve your well-being, and we work with any young person, whether they've gone through a bereavement or they may be struggling with their anxiety or they just want help on building confidence and self-esteem. It's free to refer to our service, and anybody over the age of 16 can do a self-referral into Invictus Wellbeing. And we hope that we know, obviously you don't need our support, but please, if you do, we're there to access it. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for that help. And also, please support your friends. If you see somebody struggling and you think they need some support, mention to us about Invictus Wellbeing. We're a non-judgmental, completely confidential service, and we're there to support young people with their mental health and wellbeing. Happy gaming, guys!
I didn't hear any.
All right, and we are back from our quick break. Hopefully the teams have had some time to kind of communicate where they can improve on and what they can really do to improve on these later rounds here. I'm hoping to see a lot more kind of defensive action from them, as they seem to be very kind of passive when it comes down to this overall play style that they have. What do you think?
Essentially just the same thing you said. Looking forward to this round. Hopefully more defensive play, and hopefully it'll be a lot more fun to watch than last round. And hopefully nobody dies to gravity again.
On the bright side, Ixgard doesn't have a lot of places you can fall off on. There is merely the most areas on the outside, but that's, if anyone falls off there, then honestly at that point there's nothing else we can really do. Banning the penny again is, it does seem that the phonies really want this penny just kind of dead and buried. They don't even want to see it in action. It's definitely an interesting choice of bans. There's 2 tanks that have been removed from the field. Removing the Strange is definitely a good choice. Strange is such a strong and powerful character.
Saving Storm with her DPS capability is also a good shout.
Oh yeah, especially with her ability to the Mantis ban.
Oh.
Finally, we see it shutting down the powerhouse carry of a lot of these fights. I really want to see how these teams can now evolve past having to use this Mantis. I've been waiting for this moment. But as I was saying before, keeping the Storm available now is going to help so much when it comes down to the overall DPS with her damage output and the speed boost she can apply. She's essentially a glorified support in the wrong role. Oh, she was until they giga buffed her into being incredible. They haven't picked a second ban.
Or villain. I'm not judging.
I'm going to say this. I'm either calling that Kirby, who was playing Mantis, will either pick Jeff or Luna Snow.
I would be surprised if it's a Jeff, considering Jeff's only real capability is healing. He doesn't have a lot of kind of kit about him. He basically just heals and looks adorable. That's really all Jeff is. And I'm not no one's complaining. Jeff is absolutely the best thing to ever happen to video games. But unfortunately, he is just not in a good spot right now.
And it seems Kirby has picked Luna Snow, I predicted.
The one thing I'm interested by is that it seems that Evanescence didn't pick a second ban. They just kind of, maybe they just kind of wanted to leave it as open as possible. Or maybe they just couldn't decide in time.
Before you attack. Get ready.
But yeah, looking forward to what this will bring. This is what, a point capture?
Yep, this is essentially King of the Hill, the one central point. Unfortunately, the worst of the 3 maps for Yggdrasil, Odin's trophy room, is very much a rough one, with the point actually being lower ground than when you first kind of get there. So most of the fighting happens on high ground or from distance, which we're going to see a lot of coming out of Evan with the Punisher, trying to basically just kind of get pick damage as well. I do think Jaden on the Magic is going to get very much kind of shut down here, as this point is really not good for melee-based characters. Same with the Spider-Man. So I guess we'll see how it rolls out, because maybe these players have already kind of anticipated this feature with the maps and been able to just kind of run and gun.
Yeah, so one thing I would like to say, Wanda would have been a good pick for Team Jacob, considering they've got Magneto as their tank.
Evan gets felled immediately by the Magic. The Magic come out with 2k. I might have been very much wrong here. It does seem they've almost prepared for this. Magic getting a beautiful 2k there, Storm following up with the next 2, and the rest of the team just has no other choice but to seemingly, oh, never mind. Instead of running away, they're just going to jump straight in and just keep kind of contesting. Venom does have a lot of healing, a lot of just health output. Even though he does fall, there is a lot of kind of self-healing ability that Venom can do. Kirby now have to run away as the team is now trying to regroup. What a beautiful snipe coming out from Jaden, taking out the support. They might just have to reset fully now. They have no support to go into the fight with. It would be better for them to just kind of back out fully and reset here. Evan now has made the top to Magic as well, trying to see if he can recreate the thunder that Jaden's been kind of causing throughout these matches.
Yeah, I would like to say that period of time where the Luna Snow got sniped, I feel like they should have grouped up there before the Luna went in and started doing damage.
Oh, very much so. The Luna also could have maybe moved 5 feet to the right and got the health back as well, but beside the point. Evan seemingly just trying to do any kind of throw ability he can. Getting picked off by the Storm. As I said before, Storm is just such a powerhouse of a character now. Jaden jumping in, picking off everyone they can. Luna being alone, just hunted in a corner by both a Magic and a Venom. You do not want to be in that position as a support. That is just guaranteed game over. Sol playing on the Star Lorders. Evan has now made the swap to the Iron Man. If they pull out a Hulk here, that could be game over. All they need is that Hulk to just exist, and Iron Man can just absolutely dominate the field. Jaden getting very, very kind of risky plays now as he jumps in. Very headstrong, trying to get any kind of damage or impact he can.
Yeah, so I feel for Team Jacob, they should definitely group up and then move in as a team.
it's Team Evanescence that are actually the ones on the back foot here. Team Jacob seems to be very coordinated, almost working like a well-oiled machine. They just seem to be picking off anyone they can. Iron Man flying in, just gets dropped out of the sky. That is... This felt like a very kind of push on solo. You always kind of see these kind of fights in quick play games. But I get decent damage in it ultimately. You know, just get shut down and put down immediately by the cloak and dagger.
Oh wait, I got the teams mixed up, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good, things happen. Yeah, it does seem like they're not really going to be able to do much else. They can't even contest in time as everything seems to be falling apart for Team Evanescence.
That was really interesting to watch. Only part I would have changed is obviously where the Luna got sniped. I would have personally waited for my teammates to show up before I went in.
Oh, for sure. They definitely need more group coordination. I think that's the biggest problem that Team Evanescence has so far, is they seem to be playing almost like 6 individual players with no real communication or kind of overall team plan or strategy. They're just kind of going in one-on-one and trying, like, hoping they can pull off a kill. Yeah. Definitely a rough play, especially with the amount of the healing output and survivability that the phonies have.
Another thing I would change is on Team Jacob, I would definitely have a Wanda on there so that the Magneto would get that chaos damage buff.
I think you just really want to see a Wanda, don't you?
I really want to see a Wanda, yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe we'll get one at some point.
Yeah.
Trying to see our mains come out in here. I've already got my Star-Lord twice, I'm happy. This is my little dream come true.
I mean, Wanda was there round 1, but
did a little bit of work,
do a lot.
It did a little bit, but wasn't...
Did a little bit,
much.
But yeah.
Now the fight has begun. They seem to be all pushing straight to the point. This one does look a lot more coordinated, as Saul immediately popping out the Star-Lord, getting a 2k as Harrison picks up one of the final kills there at Squirrel Girl. Could be at a distance with the Jeff. You actually did call that earlier. They would maybe go for Luna or Jeff, and you seem to be right.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you should be a circus psychic. Seems to be pulling off these predictions pretty well.
Yeah, see, that's why I made Wanda. I'm psychic. I know what's going to happen.
Predicting the future.
Yeah.
That prediction in mind, how do you think this round's going to go?
I'm going to call it with what's going on. I feel like Evanescence is going to get a point. That they're going to win this round. I feel like they can do it.
I can see it. This is very much a better map for the kind of team comp they're running, where the team has to funnel into them and they have no real advantage with high ground or anything. Evan coming in with a beautiful Winter Soldier ult. Can we get another reset of the again? Please, I really want to see it. Oh, no. Managed to get away. Only the one reset on the again there. Unfortunately, gets jumped by a magic on the point. Kenny, beautiful little pick off there, but very low health as the rest of the team seems to be like almost regrouping now as they got picked off. Just Aspinall on point, taking it solo.
More than half of the mission area. Keep going.
It is low health though. The Jeff probably could have killed there. Seems to be focused on regrouping though, which is quite good. Regroup focus is definitely the better call.
Seems that Jeff does have his ult. I wonder what's going to happen when he decides to use it.
I'm very excited for that. Squirrel Girl 2k with the ultimate. That is, with the recent changes, you see it a lot more now, but it's still impressive to see all the same. Spider-Man picking off a third. It looks like the phony seems to be falling here and losing this point. There you go, the point is taken only 21% as everything gets shut down for them, and even with the magical being used, they couldn't really bring back the odds here. Everyone fell apart.
Yeah, like you said, really, if Jeff decides to use his ult on this very point here, that's going to be interesting, because I personally think he's going to jump off and do that trade.
Well, that depends on how many people he gets.
Yeah.
Bit of a destruction chandelier there, and Storm comes in with a beautiful ultimate. Just kind of getting as much damage as possible. As wow, what a absolutely beautiful player. They have to use 3 ults for it, but it still worked out. Oh no, they only used 2 ults. Yeah, no, it is 3. I'm right. I was right the first time. As they now quickly take back this objective, 3 ultimates used for a clean 6-man wipe, and decimating everything that the Evanescence had held. So strong on this point so far. All staying on the point, they're not really pushing forward. Jeff ult comes out. Is that 3? He's going straight for the edge of the map. Does he make it off in time? Does make it off, getting only 2 of them as Storm managed to fly back on. 3 fly characters for the biggest counter to Jeff ult.
taking out the cloak and dagger was
Absolutely
really good.
pivotal, yeah. Now everyone seems to be falling apart. Just Jaden left on point. Does manage to get a kill though. Can he maybe come back from this? The Venom has no... No, there he goes. I was going to say, the Venom didn't have any of his cooldowns left. If he focused maybe the DPS first, he could have maybe pulled off that win on the fight. At least picked up the score goal. And it does look like your prediction was right. Definitely should sign up to be a Circus Carnival, as there's not really much more that the phonies can do here. Point now in overtime, they're trying everything they can to really just get back on and kind of contest. Bolt's now flying out here. Cloak and Dagger trying to just do any kind of healing survivability against this. Oh, what a shot! Star-Lord taken out of the skybox.
And it looks like a team up was activated there, but I'm not sure what it was, but I don't think it's really going to make a difference.
It's Iron Fist and Luna coming in. Actually, it does make quite a bit of difference. It gives Luna an increased healing boost and gives Iron Fist an extra ability. Maybe I'm getting that complete wrong way around. I actually don't know that one. I'll have to double check after. It's one of the two. Either way, these two characters are now going to be a lot more powerful now that they have each other. I'm actually kind of surprised how much to pull that back, even with the ults that we use. I'm surprised they were able to kind of pull back in Stronghold. The phonies do, as I said, like I've been saying, have a lot better of an offense than they do defense. Both teams have been improving a lot of their defense though, and especially Evanescence with their kind of teamwork strategies. In seemingly just a round, they went from working as 6 different people to a coordinated machine as well. Jaden with, what was that, a 4K with the magic, just swinging wild.
Yeah, this is really interesting. This is going to be close unless they can get a nah.
Card touch in time, and is that both rounds done?
And it seems that my period of predicting the future is over.
Yep, and you've been fired from your job at the circus. That's very unfortunate. What I'm very much liking in these fights is that in the time I'm trying to talk about something else I've noticed in the previous fight, Jaden's already cleared the next one, just single-handedly dominating the show in 90% of these fights. The MVP again, surprising no one. Absolutely dominating. How much do you do the game? 28-5 for a 2-round is very good.
Yeah, and Saul with the SVP.
Going 16-8 on that Star-Lord, making me so proud.
Yeah.
Now, that is a beautiful first 2 rounds coming out, as I believe Phonies is in the lead now. They've won both of these games, so they have a 2-0 lead so far. Very much anticipated to see where this goes from here, and if Evanescence can pull back, gain some more points, and maybe be able to even pull out a win over here. A nice little reverse sweep would be very nice for them.
Yeah.
So, what did you think about that game? What is like the key things you think could be like improved on?
One of them would be pushing up more as a team, which could definitely be improved on, instead of having the tank hide behind the support, and then having the support going first, dying first, and then having no healing capabilities whatsoever.
Oh, for sure, yeah. The way they push in definitely needs to be improved on. It seems they kind of push the squishy targets in first that can get picked off.
Yeah,
So
and it's just making it seem like they only care about kills and then not the actual point.
Now, I'm very excited to see where they can bring this in these future games. We are going to go now on to another break, and after these games, I hope these teams can kind of improve on what they need to work on and kind of take some advice and see what is really functional. But thank you all for watching the second round. Hope you've enjoyed so far, and we'll see you after this break.
So, you did pretty well out there. How are you feeling?
I feel like we just showed our best and we just came out on top. Just the better side, really.
Brilliant. And with your speed and strategy, what did you actually come up with to win?
Well, the first game, my main got taken away, so I had to try something different. But we had just a well-known strategy from the start.
That's absolutely brilliant. You did really well in there. So, that was very good. Thank you very much.
It's all right.
Just invite everyone here, because everyone has each
And there you have it. That is the end of our first round. It's been a fun one. And also, don't forget to raise money for Invictus Wellbeing. If you'd like to donate, there's a link in the description. And anything you give is greatly appreciated. The next match will start very soon, so I'll see you then.
Calderdale College has allowed me to get the best of both worlds. I study a full-time course while playing the sport I love. Calderdale College is shaping my future.
I haven't finished my apprenticeship yet, but it's already had a massive impact on my career.
We support businesses to grow and develop.
I was given the training and support I needed to land my dream job. Calderdale College has shaped my future.
We're here to support you, no matter what your goals are. Calderdale College will shape your future.
All right, we are back. Welcome back to the tournament here. Last time we left off, it was a 2-0 lead to the Phonies. I'm excited to see where these games go from here and if Evanescence can kind of pull back from what felt like a very dominant kind of offense and even defense from the Phonies.
Yeah, so the old Phonies are leading 2-0. Maybe these next rounds will maybe pump it up to 2-1, 2-2. Or maybe we'll even go 3-0, 4-0.
Well, we can always hope for a good little bit of competition here. It's less fun to watch when it's a clean sweep of a match. I find it's always more enjoyable when everything is just so much more contested and aggressive on all sides. I always love seeing that kind of like power and passion behind the players, and hopefully that does go into this game here. We are now playing on Midtown, which is the newest map to come out. Only dropped a week ago, if I am correct, maybe a few. I know this map fairly well. I've been playing quite a bit of it. I do quite like it. Has its flaws, but it is overall a very good map. I'm excited to see how the players kind of adapt to its kind of newer systems and its overall design.
I myself, I think I've only played this map maybe 2 times, so it'll definitely be new for me to see, because frankly I do not remember this map at all.
It's one of the more memorable maps I find with the overall damage systems. With this game's one of the most driving factors of this game is the damageable environments. With every other map, seemingly, when you destroy it, things get more permanently destroyed. In this game, it's the reverse, where with certain percentages of the map completion and other things, it then brings up that amount of destruction. My brain just fried. I don't know what I'm saying there. What I'm trying to say is, instead of being more destroyed, it actually fixes things. There we go. That was a struggle.
Yeah, so Team Old Phonies have banned Penny Parker. Don't know what to think about that. Also, Team Evanescence has saved Mantis, which is a really good one to save.
Well, also, again, refusing to pick a ban. Maybe it's complications at their end, or they just maybe don't want to ban certain characters. Removing the Punisher is a definitely interesting choice. We haven't seen much of the Punisher, but that is normally Evan's go-to teams. There appears that they're trying to shut down Peaks entirely by taking out the 2 characters he normally plays the most. We might see him default to the Star-Lord here like he did in the first round. I am praying and hoping he does. That would be lovely.
I am going to say, if Evan does pick Star-Lord, I wonder what Saul is going to pick, because Saul was doing really well on Star-Lord.
That is true. He'll probably go tank. He does quite like to vary onto the tanks overall. Storm being banned.
The right heroes could make
That is honestly a
difference.
very good choice, considering how dominant that Storm was in the previous round. Just as a character, she's one of the strongest at this point. Evan trying so desperately to pick the Punisher there. Going on to the Winter Soldier. I am not complaining. I love seeing good Winter Soldier players, especially if we hear a lot of the ultimate go off. You know something's going right.
Again!
Exactly, over and over, again and again, literally. One of my favourite things to watch when I'm playing games like this. Just hearing it over and over. If you play against it, you just know at that point it's just game over. You're going to get annihilated. Everyone's going to get their head slammed in by a giant arm.
Yeah, so Jeff gameplay, it's also scary when you hear that playing as Jeff, because you know you're probably going to get hit by it.
Oh, yeah. Most Jeffs do get absolutely annihilated by Winter Soldier, and frankly, I do think it's quite funny. As
Yeah.
much as I adore that small, adorable little shark, and he's my favourite thing, and if anything harmed him, I would go ballistic. It is quite funny watching him get his head just concaved by a giant veteran with a metal arm.
Yeah.
No better way of describing it, really. It's just a veteran beating up a shark. That's fundamentally what this character is.
Yeah, I'm also going to say, as a partial Punisher main myself, Punisher would be a good character for this map, I feel like, as long as you get a good angle to put down that turret.
The game begins and immediately Scrogirl is put into the grave. Harris being just annihilated immediately. What I'm finding here is a lot of people normally play further back with this defense. These guys were practically in their spawn room, which is honestly a horrible play for this first round, with the spawn being so open, it's near impossible to get kills early on. Yeah, the respawn, they just hide in their spawn door. And I think they're starting to feel the punishment of that, as 2 of them have already died. And it appears oh wow, the Star-Lord managed to barely kill off the Iron Fist in the back there, with Mantis support. Magic going into the backline trying to get them as well. Magic now miles away. Mantis does fall to the Luna. Yeah, again, Evanescence not being able to pull off a solid defense here and just getting picked off one by one and annihilated by the powerhouse that is Jaden on the Magic.
Yeah, that opening sequence of events seems to, I'm going to be honest, didn't go the way I expected it to. They are doing really well.
Definitely the opening play, as we keep noticing over and over, is this offensive start is what seems to make these guys just so strong. They both teams just excel when it comes to attacking things, but just cannot defend to save their lives, seemingly. I think the key thing that set them apart was, what really got Evanescence the fail of this first fight was just hiding it, not even hiding, sorry, being so close to that spawn door. It's really not beneficial in the end. And again, they're seemingly getting punished because half of them push up, the other half run back. There isn't really much team coordination that we saw in the last round. Scrogo falling again. It's just now both supports trying desperately to keep each other alive. Practically holding hands at this point as both of them fall to the Luna of all things. Luna's doing a lot of kills. We're seeing the rare DPS Luna Snow coming out on this round.
So I'm correct in thinking that with Cloak and Dagger, the Dagger, is that the damage one?
No, Dagger is the healing, Cloak is the DPS.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, those two are doing honestly quite a lot of healing. I'm seeing a lot of damage. I'm seeing a lot of Team Evanescence being purpled by that dark wall he throws out. Osman hiding in the rafters as an Iron Fist. This is going to be very interesting if he gets a good play there. He doesn't have the ult yet, but they do have a lot of ultimates to work with on both sides. Oh, team's getting very rowdy here. It's going to get that for us. What a beautiful stun coming out from the Doctor Strange, getting 2 of them frozen in place. Both tanks go down quite quickly to Jaden as he pops the magical. Mantis ult coming out as well for the Team Evanescence. So anything they can, it seems like they might actually have some kind of hold here. Ultimatism falls quite quickly to an overwhelming amount of just damage output from the Hulk. Hulk pops the ultimate as well. Does he get the slam out? If he pops the ultimate again, it's going to be quite funny. I love seeing that slam attack just over and over. Osman gets frozen in place. Manages to barely get away, but does have to waste near enough his entire ultimate to just survive and do not much else. Hulk finishes them one by one. They're just getting picked off as this point is just barely being held on by a stretch by Jaden, who manages to fall there. Hulk doing a desperate 1v1 against the Iron Fist. Only a very powerful character, but seemingly not being able to get much done here, as both tanks just kind of dive on, getting a lot of healing output from the Cloak and Dagger. What an absolute cluster of a fight that just happened. Everything is still scrappy here. Another ult comes out by a different Doctor Strange. It's 2 again. What on earth is going on? Jesus. I was like a breathe through all of that. Everything just kept going.
Yeah, this is really interesting to watch, considering that Cloak and Dagger is doing a really good job, I feel like, of keeping her teammates alive.
Oh yeah, survivability here is insane. Iron Fist keeps jumping the supports as well. Mantis for Team Evanescence just doesn't really stand much of a chance. Iron Fist just keeps diving the backline. Venom jumping in, gets soul ulted. That's just disrespectful. Beaten down by the entirety of the team. Never stood a chance, the poor thing. Hulk coming in as well. Now it's just baby banner mode. Immediately wiped out by the Hela. Just doing anything they can to try and just survive here. And I only just realized the team comp that Team Evanescence is running. Going from the 4 DPS, like the 5 DPS and 1 support they've run before, to now 4 tanks and then 1 DPS, 1 support. What on earth am I looking at?
I'm kind of shocked at that. I don't think that's. I mean, it might be a decent output on DPS, but I don't think it's going to work out for them.
It's more survivability, if anything. These characters don't really, they're not known for their high kill capacity, nor for their survivability. That's really only the Venom here. Mantis is being strained very much with trying to keep all these big tanks alive against the onslaught of damage that comes out from the Hela and the Magic. 2 people do fall, both the Cloak, Iron Fist and Strange all fall as we finally get the first defensive hold from Evanescence for this game.
Yeah, so I'm going to make my first psychic prediction. I'm going to... I feel like Evanescence might just very closely win this one.
If they do, it'd be, honestly, possibly some kind of miracle. Peek from the backline does remove the Hela from the equation. She did ult there and not get much done. Focus the Mr. Fantastic with an invincible ability, which is actually very strong and very interesting that I quite like to see. Luna Snow getting hunted down by the Mr. Fantastic with the Goofy as well possible. Hunted down there. Hulk now into just baby banner mode. Taken down quite quickly by the Hela as the rest of the team seems... It seems again they pushed in too aggressively, too towards the spawn, and everything has fallen apart for them. Mantis does fall. Captain America barely getting back in time as Mr. Fantastic is holding on by seemingly a thread. Gets an attempted solo ult there as Captain America falls to the Iron Fist. That is definitely an interesting use of the ultimate. Going in again, maybe I'll get some more out of it at least. You know, some functionality before it goes. Dr. Strange will get to the enemy Strange just taken out. Venom dies quite soon behind. Again, they are trickling in one by one, and it's that kind of gameplay that's going to lose this defensive take.
Yeah, so with Team Jacob, they're all fighting as a team, which is what we like to see. But it's just something that Evanescence isn't doing, and that's what they could do better.
It feels almost panicky with the way that they're playing. Like they know they're on the back foot, and instead of taking a few extra seconds and a few more meters to coordinate a full strike and work together, because they have the ult advantage. They have 2 ults currently available, with a third one on the way with Mr. Fantastic. They have the ultimate advantage here. One team fight, if they use 1 or 2 of those ults, would immediately be working in their favor. And they have the timescale as well, with only a minute left on the clock. They can definitely pull up, exactly as I was saying, the Strange ult comes out, Jaden does fall on the Magic. Luna Snow popping out in return. If they just keep like spamming out these ultimates, they very much could win this game. Usman falls as well. Hell is now going up into the skybox. But a rain down Hell. A lot of damage output. Does manage to help take out... Oh wow, actually doesn't get much done apart from just damage, as 2 tanks do fall there. Luna's still trying to definitely run away from this Captain America, hunting her down in the back line. Nothing she can do but just survive there until she dies. That is very unfortunate. The rest of the team now is planning a regroup there. See, this is the kind of thing we need to see from both teams. These, instead of rushing in blind, going for this objective, knowing they only have 20 seconds left, they are waiting for the group and going one by one. Strange portal in the back line. Didn't even notice that. They go and immediately take out... Everything is removed as a Strange... Pardon the language there. A 5-man use of that Strange ult. Pardon my language. What a beautiful play that took me off guard.
Yeah, apart from that little hiccup there, which...
Nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing happened. That was incredible. That was fun to watch.
Very much a great play, though.
Yeah. Obviously, like we said, we feel like Evanescence could definitely take that time to regroup. Same with what Old Phonies did in the last, 2 minutes. But yeah, if they started, yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, seeing that kind of Strange portal to the backline was so beneficial when it came to getting that regroup, because not even the casters saw it coming. We had no idea that Strange portal was there until they were already in that room and ready to go with that ultimate, which absolutely annihilated the objective and gave them essentially a free win for that final point. What a beautiful play.
Yeah, like you said, we didn't know it was happening. We only saw it in the last 30 seconds. Even we saw them all huddling up in near where they spawned, and then you turn the camera and they were all there, and I was wondering how'd that happen.
Yeah, we just saw them vanish from one side and then appear right behind the team. Not even the team itself didn't even seem to notice what was fully going on. It was that fast of a play, as everything just fell apart as soon as the ults were used. It doesn't feel like they were really prepared for that to really activate there. Hopefully they gain more of a, now that they know what they're dealing with in this map, hopefully they seem to be more prepared on this point. Immediately being fully contested here, Dr. Strange, low health, having to run away quite rapidly, nearly taken out. Lucky DPS in the backline, what on earth? Luna Snow yet again, just Luna in this game is just getting kills. It's another one, 3 kills off rip just from Luna Snows alone on both sides. It's fantastic, and then the Rocket picking off the rest as the team seemingly falls apart.
I mean, I am going to say it, Sol seems to be doing really well, no matter what he's doing.
Oh yeah, he seems to be good at whatever they play. Wow, another portal! Alex with these strange portals is seemingly just terrifying with his positioning. He can pop in at nearly any angle. This is some beautiful gameplay to watch. I could learn a few things. Popping in here just with as much variability as possible. Catching Kirby off guard. That Mantis very nearly died once for that rocket jump. Rocket jump, yep. I don't know what things actually fully called. Either way, the point is being currently held as Team Evanescence keeping their hold here. Seemingly barely, at least, with 3 of them already dead, and the rest of the team now pushing up. They actually do not have, they're at a disadvantage here, I'm noticing. A lot of damage coming out, with Luna nearly falling, Strange falling on the point, now being a 2v3 as they trade out. The Mantis is now back, a lot of healing output coming in. This could be the end of the fight here if they can pull back and kill these supports. Something we didn't actually touch on is the support lineups on both sides. With the defending team, the Phonies, using triple support lineup here. No, double. I need to learn my characters. Using 2 supports here, same as usual, that same 3-2-1 lineup they seem to like running with a single tank and the rest all damage. And then you look at the Team Evanescence with their 4 supports, 5 supports actually now, they're swapped out from the tank. And the 1 Strange, so they're just trying to funnel into the Mr. Fantastic here.
Yeah, so yeah, that is interesting to see because yes, they've now got the healing output, but they don't have the DPS output.
Even without it, it does seem they're holding strong. A lot of these healers actually do have a lot of damaging abilities. Mantis can 3-tap most characters with her own damage boost. Rocket has his damage boost built in and a lot of headshot damage as well. Luna, we've already seen Luna do God's work when it comes down to these pick-offs and these freezes. The support lineups are not one to sleep on when it comes to killing. They are very powerful in their own right. Magic coming in now with the ultimate. Doing everything that they can to pick off. Gets slipped in the open. That is very rough. Can the Mantis at least pick off? Well, Mantis gets picked off there. That's lovely. Coming in with a counter Magic. I never even saw that swap. Looks like defending team has pushed seemingly further beyond the point than is actually required, as the point is still being moved. Heller on the high ground, trying as much as you can to get the damage. Gets the first kill off onto Recon. My throat is going already. Jeez. Jid not going in, managing to just do a little bit of damage to this rocket. Does everything it can to escape. Manages to just barely survive there. Thing is, the objective is still moving for the attacking side. It's only just been stopped now by the Strange. If that was left unchecked, it maybe would have even gone and backcapped itself.
Yeah, and now the payload is moving backwards since everyone is on that point.
Seeing everyone now working together as a team, finally from the Evanescence side instead of trickling them one by one. It does look like a full team comp. I'm looking at the wrong team here. I'm not looking at it anymore. My brain is not working. Actually, a very good ult there coming out from the Invisible Woman for Evanescence. Another ult coming out as the Mantis. Now they just seem to be throwing all their support ults out wherever they can. Going for survivability to just get as much damage output as possible and hopefully just not die in the process. You definitely don't see these kinds of gameplay often. Ooh, the Mantis for the Phony still sat in the backline of Evanescence. No, that's a Cloak and Dagger. By the way, still sat in the backline, not really able to heal or support the team here. Now getting the ult off, finally.
Yeah, what does the Cloak and Dagger ult actually do?
Basically, it lines the floor with the light and dark particles. If you're in it, it does a bit of damage, but also 220 healing per line that it dashes. So it can do a maximum of 880 healing per second. if you do all of them like stacked. It's a very powerful ultimate if used properly. Proven by the fact they've now won this point and they're able to now get a bit more defensive hold going.
And am I seeing correctly that Evanescence are grouping up?
It does look like, yeah, they're using the ults to come in now. Miss Fantastical seemingly not really getting much done as he gets frozen in place there at the end, but the Luna ult now coming in very strong, keeping everyone alive. Luna's ultimate being one of, if not the strongest support ult in the game. Such a powerful ability. Rocket ult coming out now for the mass damage boost. That is going to be very helpful for taking this objective. If you get around this last corner, literally a meter left as Hella tries anything she can to just try and survive on it. Usman jumping in as the Iron Fist, getting the first kill at least, so that is a very good start for this next point, as the objective is taken though. Seeing the way these teams are fighting is honestly, it's incredible to watch as they both kind of scrap against each other. Usman now still completely uncontested in the backline.
Yeah, I feel like those placements for the Loki clones was actually a good shout.
Oh, it definitely looked like it, yeah. Being able to keep everyone alive with it's 3 times immortality is such a powerful way to kind of help the team, especially when being jumped by an Iron Fist.
So, am I correct in thinking that the way the Loki healing works is that all incoming damage turns into healing?
No, the Loki's healing is just through shooting. When you're inside the clones, the more clones you have, the more that shoot in the same place. The strange portal into the backline, finally being able to save Miku's life as she was hiding behind this ambulance playing the Lunar Snow. Probably absolutely terrified as Jaden's ultimate comes in on the magic. We've seen this thing pop off many times, but they're using every ability to counter it possible. Cloak and Dagger will also laying down a bit of damage and a lot of healing. No one should be dying through this whatsoever. This might be a very good hold for the defending side. I stand corrected. If his woman's ult lands down, it's going to slow everyone down. Got the Strange ult, freezing the Lunar in place. Manages to keep her alive at least through his woman ult. This has been a very scrappy fight so far. As one by one, someone falls from either side. Only 60 seconds left on the clock, and they have to get this to the end for this to be any chance of going to a third round.
Now, if it does go into a third round, it would certainly be interesting to see what happens, but looking at this, I'm not sure that they can get the payload to the end in time.
I don't know, I'm holding out hope. They are still winning in solo, they're now in that panicky stage of being 30 seconds left, but that was a good Hella ult there, which is now, you know, been and gone. They don't have to worry about that anymore, and ultimate-wise, the defending team, Phonies, do have 2 more and are on their way to a third, which could build up very quickly with Cloak and Dagger's healing output. While Evanescence doesn't really have anything left of them apart from the Luna that has now been popped, and is now going to use this to go onto the objective. Counter Luna'd, by the way. Seemingly just an entire stage show going on right now. Everyone's singing and dancing. Just trying to get any kind of damage output they can. A lot of damage came out there. A big explosion out of seemingly nowhere. I don't even know what happened. 2 spots getting picked off for the attacking side. This is not going to look too good. This quintuple support strategy might actually not be as strong as we think. Another one falls as well. Only 2 of them left. 3 actually. No, that's 4. Did they get a revive? I completely missed that. Either way, the Loki, it might drop here. It does fall to the ult as Magic is just gunning them down one by one. Dark Child popping out now. Gunning any way they can. Popping out the Mantis ult, just trying desperately to even just survive and contest this point here. Point is damage taken. They have to touch now or this is the end of the game. They have to stay around this small box here or they are going to lose this game. Just doing anything they can to just keep everything healed and alive. Last one on being Recon. Now Loki's taking the spot. And jumps off the point, unfortunately not being able to cap it, and that is the end of this third round here. Again, a beautiful offense and defense from the side of the Phonies.
Yeah, that was certainly interesting to watch, especially when both the Lunas popped their ults. It was certainly a stage to look upon. Please tell me you got the joke.
Definitely a beautiful cacophony of noise there going into that round. The kill output coming out from the side of the Phonies is beautiful. For the first time today, Jaden is not the MVP of this round as it goes to Asper with 44 kills as Cloak and Dagger. What a game. 25,000 healing. The healing output has been insane from these teams. Absolutely amazing. Just so much healing and damage output. I really enjoy watching that game. You don't often see that many healers in one round, especially when it's normally just a DPS-centric game.
I'm going to be honest, I don't really have much more to say because that was just really, really fun to watch.
Agreed. That felt like some of the best games that I've watched this so far. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe we're going into a small break now, so we'll be back in a few minutes. I'm not sure what's going on in the meantime. Let me check. Yep, going to a small break now, I believe, so we will see you all after the break. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.
Hello, Carl. Thank you for joining us today.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me down here.
Now, this has been an exciting moment so far with this show. So, how have you been enjoying it so far?
Well, to be honest, it's just fantastic to see Mill Studios alive and so exciting today. So, this just a few short months ago was an empty floor of Deanclough Mills. We've invested over £1 million in developing a state-of-the-art digital and creative centre with esports, computer games design, film and TV programmes. We've kitted it out with the latest equipment, and to see it full of students and all of those different courses working together to produce a live streamed esports competition today is just fantastic.
Brilliant. Is there any advice you would like to give to our students playing today?
Well, my knowledge and experience of esports is minimal, but I think the advice I'd give is keep your cool, work together as a team, and I'm sure you'll come out on top. We've actually got our CEO and principal, David Malone, who's going to be joining one of the teams shortly, and so let's see if he can make a positive contribution. It'll be interesting to watch.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And all right, we are back from that quick break. After that round there, we saw a lot of kind of varying weird play styles going from like having 4 tanks and the 1 support to then 5 supports and the 1 DPS from Team Evanescence. It looks like they're just trying to pull kind of anything out of the hat to figure out some kind of play style that works to get them a win here.
Yeah, also what we saw was them actually coming together and fighting as a team at one point, but it seems that when they're under pressure, they don't do that as well. But hopefully, as long as they can keep their composure, they can fight as a team more often.
I couldn't agree more. We've seen these players that, again, they work well individually. It's just as they kind of rush into these fights, they start the fight really well. You can see the synergy, you can see the gameplay working out. As soon as if one of them drops, you can see the collective panic throughout all of their gameplays. They seem to just essentially scatter away from it's definitely an odd playstyle to be witnessing here. And on the other side, for example, we're seeing the phonies who have just literally not changed anything about their current playstyle, keeping to near enough the exact same strategy they've used so far.
I mean, what could be happening, which I would find incredibly funny if it is happening, is that Evanescence is purposely doing this just so they learn how old phonies are playing, and so they can hard counter everything.
Oh, so you think that they're just trying to essentially throw these games to try and learn their enemy and then use that as the advantage?
It very well could be a possibility.
It very much could be, yeah. I actually like that. I like that train of thought. I'm gonna agree with that one. That's your circus prediction for this round.
And it is not going to happen. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, who knows? Well, just like every other circus base, they're a bit, not the greatest. It appears we are not using bans for this round. Might have been forgotten on the production side of things. Seems to, forgot on the ban side. Don't think anyone's noticed, but again, we'll live and learn, move on. So every character is now available on the field for this round. Definitely going to be interesting.
Definitely interesting. Kirby is playing the usual Mantis. We've also got a Jeff, which is going to be interesting because, like you said previously, Jeff isn't all that great of a character except just for his healing.
Yeah, currently seeing with what they've got currently, it looks like they are running the 3 supports on Team Evanescence. They're running 3 supports here, which again they've been trying to like figure out a balance with their support and healing up. But they're doing the 3-2-1.
That's 4 supports and 2
4
tanks.
now. Yeah, that is 4 actually. Yeah, they've made the swap. 4 and 2. These tanks are going to have a lot of healing output. If any of them die, it's actually going to be impressive. Let me look at the other side of Evanescence. They finally have that wonder that you've been begging so much for. Probably because Jaden Jackson here has actually been swapped out for the Calderdale College principal. So David has actually taken over and is now playing the game here. So yeah, our principal is currently playing as the Wonder over here. That's going to be interesting.
So I'm sorry to put all this pressure on our principal, but I am expecting a lot considering I myself am a Wonder man.
Oh, I'm not sorry whatsoever. We're expecting great things from him. Come down here on a day of great charity. He's going to play. If he doesn't get at least a 5k in this game, I might swap colleges personally. Yeah. I'm expecting great things here. He better pop off. Storm coming in now. I realize the Storm is actually now back on the field and available, and quickly back off the field, actually shut down very quickly by Recon on the Lunar Store. As Iron Fist jumps to the back line, nearly getting the Mantis here, runs away last second. A lot of survivability coming out here from this team overall. Definitely going to be... It's going to be hard to break through all of this kind of healing output and like just tankiness that they have with this 4-2 comp.
Right, I'm also going to make my own personal circus prediction. This will probably be Evanescence's first win.
We can hope so. We actually hope this game going on somewhere. Aspen barely managing to like just get around the corner, picked off by the Rockets, so close to freedom, but immediately shut down by a small, very annoying run. Team Phonies now is going around for this kind of backline. Let's hope they're paying attention. It might. Are they going to get crushed here? The map changes at 50%. Are they going to get crushed? Is the Wonder going to die? No, but it managed to barely get out. The rest of the fight currently going. Usman falls. Iron Fist is down as this healing is just seemingly, again, unstoppable. Nothing can really do anything against this. Dr. Strange falls as well. The Wonder doing anything she can to try and just focus these supports. Gets picked off as well. Just 2 of them left, 2 supports. Running away quite desperately from this Venom's onslaught.
Has anyone from Evanescence even died yet?
I actually don't think they have. This kind of comp feels very strong.
You know, this is really fun to watch from me. Like, I'm actively feeling the excitement from this.
Oh yeah, and hearing the players and like their synergies too. That is a beautiful Jeff eat there. Managed to get 2 of them out of the way.
Everyone on Evanescence team has ulted.
What? This is a cacophony of ultimates going off. What was that, like 5 or 6 ults being used? As it seems like Phonies have finally got a hold here. It took them nearly every ultimate in the game to finally pull off an ult. Yep, from this charge, it looks like they used 9 ults. Like 9 ults at least, with only 3 of them left standing, yeah.
Yeah,
my word.
I did notice that Evanescence, apart from Evan himself, everybody used their ults at the same time.
Probably a good thing to keep though, because Rocket's ultimate is very good on its own. And now they can use this to just kind of burst down anyone they want. As you see here, the Strange nearly died there immediately. Manages to get a lot of healing output though from the Cloak and Luna. Jeff does fall in the backline as Usman is left basically unchecked. Storm managing to also kill off the Mantis. This is an immediate kind of fallback for this team as they held such a strong start and now the Storm is just walking through them with Usman being unchecked behind. Spotted up one running in completely solo with the Venom frozen in place, beaten just into a small bloody pulp on the point, never stood a chance.
Now
this team needs to back up and regroup.
Wanda does have her ult, and what I feel like would be a good play is Wanda got up on that ledge just there and then wait for
Or pop it in the open and stand still and die. Never really stood a chance there, popping in front of this healing powerhouse. Storm ult coming in there, picking off the first target, going for a second one. 2 kills there immediately. The rest of the team falls apart to the Cloak and Dagger of all things. It does look like Cloak and Dagger is again just dominating this kind of field with the healing output and the damage. Very much an underrated character and player so far.
Yeah, I mean, all Evanescence need to do is get on the point, take out everybody else, and that's going to be their point.
That does look easier said than done though, this kind of healing output. The Cloak all currently on the field. Even with their Mantis and Lunar Snowball, I don't think they can break through the amount of survivability this team has. If Venom gets stunned out by the Doctor Strange ult and is slowly beaten down, Doctor Strange does fall though, not able to really get much out of it, as the Cloak and Dagger and Storm also drop as well. Mondo not really standing much of a chance there, gets shot in the head by a shark. Best creature in the game. Usman does fall as well, unfortunately. This does look like the end of the round here, as Evanescence have taken this point and seem to be holding it for their own. Doctor Strange pushing on, trying to get any kind of chance he can, and cannot get close. First round is down. What a beautiful offense and defense from Evanescence. We're finally seeing possibly the start of their win here.
Yeah, so hopefully my prediction can come true, and this will be Evanescence's first win. Well, obviously they've just won, but you get what I mean.
Their first full point towards their team. So far they have been just 3-0, seemingly swept, with not much of a chance to really get much done in terms of playstyle. But it does appear this 4-2 strategy of 4 supports and 2 tanks, which is not even swapping a single character on. I mean, hell, they don't need to, clearly. It's working for them perfectly fine.
Right.
Yeah, they're just allowed to essentially just garner free objective time here.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. This part of this map, I absolutely despise unless I am playing Punisher. Because obviously that mid part rises and falls.
Yeah, this map is definitely one of the odder ones. With it moving at such odd intervals as well.
Yeah.
What I do like about the
it'll definitely be interesting to see, because what may happen is whatever team is on the point when it's down may get dominated, since the offenders they have the high ground.
The high ground advantage is so pivotal in these games, you're right. But even then, it does look like, even with the low ground advantage, the Jetbolt coming in, eating all of his own team. Spits his entire team out. Was that just to try and regroup? Maybe, I don't fully know what happened there, or the plan was, but that actually worked very well for them. Managed to pull the whole team back onto the objective and help them regroup together. Usman jumping onto the point, trying to get any damage he can. It's the first time we've seen him this round. He seems to have been hiding and waiting. One thing we didn't notice is that they actually have made the swap onto Penny Parker now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That Jeffel may have just been purely an accident.
It's possible, yeah, but I'm going to say there's purpose behind it, because it makes the player sound better.
Yeah.
There was great intention behind it. Speaking of great intention, this Penny player seems to have been near flawless. As the mines have already taken out 2 people, and just Penny herself just has so much good damage output. The Evanescence have now opted for a 3-3 comp, also known as GOATs for the people that unfortunately played Overwatch at the same time I did. Usman using his ultimate, not standing a chance, getting webbed in place and beaten down. Absolutely annihilated. Luna trying anything she can while getting hunted down by a small rat. Luna does fall with the Wanda just trying to do any kind of, well, anything really, against the amount of high damage output this team has. I don't think she can really do much in this fight.
I mean, I'm also going to be incredibly honest. I myself am a Wonder main, as you know. I feel like I would not do good in this position.
Especially against all the tanks. But what did go well was the Cloak and Dagger roll. Coming out of seemingly nowhere, covering the entire objective and helping this team, the Phonies, manage to take the objective. Hopefully they can get a lot more objective time than they did last time and manage to even keep it and go to a round 3. It looks like they're all kind of just biding their time so far on Evanescence's side. Not really able to get much done as they're not fully grouped up yet. I would say that Venom jumped straight in there. Oh, here come the ultimates. Yeah, no, they're going for the full push now. Doctor Strange will manage to get 3 of 4 actually. 4 frozen in place, but it doesn't matter, as just the support lineup that they have is just so strong. Nothing can really break through it. It's like, this is essentially the story of the movable object meets the unbreakable wall.
Yeah.
As no one can really get through these 2 kind of titans of power, one with all damage and one with all healing. There's going to be a lot of standstill fights as we're seeing here, as one does inevitably fall.
Yeah, so I've only just noticed that Jeff does have his ult now as well.
Oh yeah, he's doing that back quickly.
So it would certainly be really fun to see if he can get at least most of the old Phonies.
Oh yeah. Miku there on the Luna being absolutely terrified as the point rises up into her face, revealing a full team staring at her. Had to run away in fear there. David pushes in there, going for an ultimate, immediately put down as the Wonder just never really stands a chance.
Yeah, so with the Wonder roll, you already know this, but I'm just going to say it.
Jeff eating 4 of his teammates there. Again, that seems to be the play here. Throws them into the... Is this for a backline flank? Throwing his own team in there so they like, no one knows what's going on. This is a beautiful potential play, actually. Ultimate's coming out. Cloak and Dagger's using just about all the dashes there to just kind of keep everything alive. That is so much healing output as Venom falls. And they take the point again, 99 to 50 now. I have no idea what's going on, but that Mantis is alone and very much scared.
Yeah, as I was saying before that whole thing happened.
Everything, yeah.
With Wanda, you already know this, but I'm just going to say it anyway, just for
the audience.
For the audience. With Wanda, even if you're full health, you don't just want to rush in with the ultimate with everybody looking at you.
Oh yeah, it's an inevitable way to lose it and waste it. You want to kind of go for the flanking backline, or at least distract them by making turn around.
Yeah.
Dr. Angel comes out there, gets the kill on the Venom, and also helps get the pick off on Saul on the Star-Lord swap now. Actually, I only just noticed that. Seems they're going away from this kind of 3-3 meta that they've really liked running so far in this round.
Yeah, because with the Wonder roll, even if you don't get anybody, it's still a good distraction ult.
Oh yeah, it definitely can be if used right. Going away from this 3-3 meta, it seems they're going for now a 3-2-1 kind of style. All the ults coming out now. Storm holding on to the ult here definitely could be viable in helping break this down, as Evan falls, followed closely behind by both the Venom and Saul himself on the Star-Lord as he manages to get away. Jeff hunted down by a Storm. Never stood a chance. Salt distance cannot contest, and that is the second point taken. I thought that was actually the end of the round for it first, but no, we're now going on to round 3. For our first time today, a third round is now being enacted.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, because this is the first time that this has happened during this stream. So I'm certainly really looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, especially now that they're going in with a lot more ults and a lot more kind of play time. Not that we're going to see higher stats at the end of the game, but we're also just going to see, in general, more varieties of play, especially with this being, in my opinion, the best map of the 3 available on Hydra base.
Yeah.
Especially with all the moving walls that are able to kind of completely mediate the change of battle. This one, I think it has the most like maneuverability of one of the maps available in the game currently, with everything seemingly shifting and changing as the map goes on.
4, 3, 2,
Pardon me.
1. All you need to do
And
is
the
capture
game begins.
the
Let's see what are they running here. It seems they've gone back for that 3-2-1 kind of style Evanescence has, going with the 3 supports still, not really changing up the support characters, but changing up who's playing them. Evan now going back onto his very titular Penny, and now with a Squirrel Girl coming in as well. That's a lot of high damage output if you can play it right. Looking at the other side, we have again this very similar 3-2-1 comp as well. It does seem that both teams are seemingly adapting the same style. Saul falls off the map as the Jeff, not paying attention, making it the 10th environmental death that we have had today. Oh, we won't talk about it, buddy, it's okay. It does seem that Evanescence has a pretty strong hold here, even though the Cloak and Dagger ult's coming out from Aspen.
Yeah, like I said a while ago, if there's one thing you can't beat, it's Mother Nature.
Oh, yeah.
And gravity.
You also can't beat a Cloak, apparently. He has just tanked so much damage and they can't stop him. I don't know what happened there. He just seemed to stop playing when they could not... They just couldn't break through the high healing output that was his ultimate.
I honestly thought that Penny turret was Jeff then.
They do look quite similar in distance, yeah. Ultimate now has swapped onto the Wolverine and is quickly put into it. It seems like Evanescence now currently has a very strong hold here as the Penny rushes forward with the ult ready. And then gets the ult cancelled by the Jet feet. Oh, that is very unfortunate. Seemingly throwing their own team into... What is this play? I am fascinated. Throwing the Jeff dying in the process, throwing his own teammates into their spawn room. Seemingly killing them. Both of them have fallen there. The strangest kind of offensive throw there, only really doing... The only thing really killed there was themselves. Luna Hook now being popped along with the Storm ult. There's not really much this team can do now, as they're just going to get annihilated by ultimate overcharge. Luna still running strong, about to run out as so much as Evan's lifespan. Manages to barely get away just because the Shark is just keeping alive barely. Awesome jumping in now, doing as much damage as he can to these tanks. That is what Wolverine is built for, and a lot of people don't really notice that that's kind of the feature. Shark falling as well to the Storm. This has been definitely an odd game, like gameplay-wise, and the choices the players have made. I'm really excited to see the interview at the end of this and see what was the thought process behind that Jeff ult.
I'm also really looking forward to seeing the interview, because then we can obviously see what they were thinking.
Oh yeah. The inspiration behind that was so odd. The Venom now jumping onto the point, just trying to seemingly distract as Evan gets frozen in place by the Luna. Strange just kind of dealing damage, just getting damage dealt to him over and over. One ult being popped, getting the Venom with the first kill, and actually first proper use of it today. Everyone's going to come in. Storm ult again. That thing charges so fast. What on earth? Jeff getting picked off immediately, being teamed up on by both a Storm and an Iron Fist. It does seem like they're all just kind of fumbling now, as Mantis is going to barely get away in time. Manages to be killed, very unfortunately, and the rocket follows. Mantis getting respawned, and the entire team's going to get abused now. Never stood a chance. There's now just Venom left getting beaten slowly in a corner.
Well, when did Wanda use her ult? Because she's
It was very early on there. Only killed the Venom there. Saul missing the Jeffy and getting absolutely nothing. It appears we've also had some players crash their games. That's unfortunate. The optimization in this game has still not been made perfect. With the new release, it does kind of make sense, but it's still unfortunate to see.
Yeah. It's just unfortunate because now the fights are one-sided since 2 people, I believe.
I think it was, yeah. Evanescence is now at a big disadvantage. They've lost a player. Strange portal there. That is such a smart portal. Putting it in their doorway to block them off and send them back to their own spawn room. Don't see that often. Strange ult coming in now. Not really hitting it. There's no one left to really hit there as this team. This seems to be the end of the game here. And yet again, Phonies win, going for the 4th point.
Yeah, it's just... It's just unfortunate to see that Evanescence were doing really, really well, but it's unfortunate to see that they had their 2 of their players crash.
Yeah. I think the biggest fault there was both the crashes themselves and their ability to coordinate. Because again, in that 3rd round, they were very kind of scrappy, very singular player style. Wasn't really much going on, and you can see that in the team coordination of 52 kills on the Storm, Uplotism getting MVP.
Yeah, I'm also going to say those Wonder stats hurt my soul.
It was very unfortunate, but the Wonder wasn't really able to do much against a high kind of damage output there. I do think that is the end of the games today, although I'm not actually sure what's going to be going on now, because I'll be hearing from the back, but I do believe we're moving on to a quick break now in between. So thank you all for being here so far. I hope you've enjoyed so far, and we'll see you after the quick break.
Well, that was a very tough match out there. How are you feeling?
Bit heartbroken. It was fun whilst it lasted though, yeah.
Looking back at the match, are there any in particular moments where you just felt like you just slipped away?
Yeah, a little bit. Our team kind of like started switching characters, and the thing we'd been practicing kind of fell apart. So yeah, it was a bit defeating.
And do you think that the speed of the game kind of just took that down a little?
Yeah, it kind of it sped up for them and then slowed down for us quite a bit. So it
was kind of hard to keep up.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for that.
No worries.
No problem. And now we've got.
Just like a minute.
We did give them a map. And now we are joined by David, our principal of the college. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, I've just been taught a lesson by all the students about how to actually play some of these games. I was absolutely terrible. I was on the winning side, I'm going to put it there, but I had nothing to do with that win whatsoever.
And how are you feeling about the games and what they've been doing?
Oh, I think it's absolutely fantastic. You know, to think this time last year, none of this existed. We weren't able to offer anything like this. So to now come down here and to be able to see everything that's going on, to be live streaming, and it's really opening up other possibilities for all of our students. So yeah, I'm ever so proud, really proud of everybody who's got this facility to where it is, but also to all the students who are now on the course.
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. And of course, if you're still liking to donate, you can also click the link in the description. So thank you very much for joining us.
No problem at all. Thank you for having me.
And we are back. That break was a bit longer than expected. A few technical issues on our side, but it's all sorted now. Going to this game here, definitely an unfortunate one coming out of that last game. It looks like Evanescence had a genuine chance of pulling back and getting their first point of the day, but managed to just seemingly fumble at the end of that final part, which is very disappointing to see. I was really excited to see them kind of bring something up to the table here.
Yeah, especially me. I was honestly really looking forward to Team Evanescence getting their first win of the stream. So hopefully they can pull it off in the next couple of rounds. But yeah.
Agreed. My prayers are with them. Going to the game, we have hero bands back. We have them finally. Alright, so now going into the bands here, Penny's immediately gone. I think they learned from last round that they don't really want to see a Penny involved in any way, shape or form. Calderdale Blade and Strange also being removed. Looks like they're just trying to curb the power that these tanks have had in these games. Keeping the Mantis, that's honestly kind of scary. Good though, definitely a good choice.
Saving magic.
Oh yikes. Well, we know what's going to be happening now. Jaden has returned back to play. David has gone, had his one celebratory match and then went off on his merry way, I guess. So Jaden has now returned to continue dominating with this magic.
Banning Punisher, what do you think of that?
We've not really seen much of Punisher, even when he's not banned. I don't know. It feels like a bit of a waste, but they have gotten rid of the Storm. Probably the best choice they could have made, because that Storm has been so just terrifying throughout these matches. Let alone, not even just the damage boost that she gives to the team, but just that power output that she can do. It's just so terrifying. Yeah, I'm excited to see what these teams can like really do here. Yeah. Going into this fight here, now on to Wakanda for the first time today. Actually, we haven't really seen this map yet. So I'm excited to really see what happens in this map. I actually personally really enjoy this map. I think it's one of the best ones in the game.
This map is not ringing a bell for me, but I think that's where the camera is positioned.
Understood. It's all my fault you can't see it fine. I'll do better to position. There you go. How's that? Better?
Still not ringing a bell. Yeah. Now it's ringing a bell.
There you go. We got it. Yeah. Big garden area to start with. What I like about this map is that it has a really like open yet hard to like camp frontal zone for the attacker spawn.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I'm very much like excited to see what these teams can really do here. Oh, Venom off rip flying in there. Not really. No thoughts, just damage, and damage taken even more. Put down immediately by Peaks now on the rocket there. I do like the defensive team there for Evanescence. They're running the 2-2-2. That we haven't really seen them do much of. They seem to prefer the more odd and strange numbers. Jaden is hiding in a corner as Magic. If anyone sees that, please someone see that sword, I beg them.
Also, it seems like they're fighting as a team this time, as we saw last round, but they're doing it a lot more.
Yeah, they're jumping in, but also the target priority is a mess. Oh my lord. Jacob just walking in, hits the one kill on the first one with Hella, and the Ravens do the rest of the work, taking out 2 of them, as Miko and the Luna just headshots the next 2, wiping out 5. I don't know what actually happened to the first one there, but I do know that this team has just been absolutely eviscerated by one very unlucky, unusual character for kills, and then Hella, who everyone knows and despises. Usman jumping in the backline as Iron Fist, doing kind of anything he can, nearly getting a kill there. Taken out of the skybox. Never stood a chance. Team to be pushing in now. They do have the defending team has the player advantage here, and also hopefully damage advantage. Going in, Asper is now to run away entirely. Managed to get back to the team a bit, but it seems very scrappy in this game. We've seen a lot of these kind of scrappy playstyles. Jaden in the backline just annihilating Invisible Woman.
And Evan is on Adam Warlock, which I don't believe I've seen him on support.
No, we haven't seen much of support, and we've definitely not seen him on the Venom. One thing I'm noticing is the defenders they've only just capped the payload there, so they've actually just got a little bit of extra momentum going. And the Iron Fist falls immediately upon touching the point. It looks like Jaden might be following suit very soon. Low health getting seemingly hunted down by a Captain America as it's just now seemingly a scrap to just kill whatever they can. There's not really much to talk about in this. It just seems to be that they push him one at a time, pick one target, and move on to the next. And very kind of clean attack coming in from the phonies.
That also, Jaden also.
Oh yeah, Jaden did use the magical there. Didn't really get much done with it, not like we've usually seen so far. A bit disappointing, but well known this guy's going to build it back in about 3 seconds and get a 5k. That is my circuit prediction of this round, by the way. The 5k result. They got to join in on the fun. Yeah, jumping in there, trying to get something done. Runs back immediately, seeing that the entire team is very much coordinated up front. Venom getting picked off immediately. Now leaving the attackers at a disadvantage as the clock and dagger roll comes out. Hella roll in the skybox as well, just trying to get any kind of damage output done. Manages to pick off 2 actually, and then with Miku picking off the 3rd, the whole team just seems to fall one by one. Never mind a 5-man res! What on earth? And they all died again immediately. Alright, well, that was incredible for all of 2 seconds. Beautiful res, but nothing really capitalized. The big problem with the res is you only revive at half health. So if they had the healing output to support that kind of revive, it would have been perfect, but nothing could really survive the onslaught of damage output they could really do after that. So beautiful res, but nothing else could really come from it.
Yeah, we've seen before, Evan himself is just a good player, so I was expecting something good to come from Evan. Obviously, that came with the 5-man res.
Oh, yeah.
However, it just didn't work out for them.
He now appears to be DPS Warlock, hunting down this Luna, trying desperately to get the kill. I can't entirely blame him. I also really wanted to kill Luna multiple times in my game. In-game, in my games. Pretty sure that's the fun. Jaden just going on trying to get desperate damage out with the magic here. Probably going to get picked off quite soon, unless he can miracle play it. Usman has actually been kicked. It seems he's disconnected. Possible game crash.
I was worried.
Crash. We're going to get that sorted now. Another DC. The game seems to be running a bit iffy now. That's the 3rd crash we've had in these past few games. Yeah, it seems to destabilize a lot of the game itself. Defenders now just kind of popping ults where they can to survive. Venom is going to get just beaten down here. Alex doesn't stand much chance. There's not much health left. Kind of getting picked off, and there he goes. Sarkot coming out, only getting the one, but still very, very good pick actually, taking out Jaden. You want to get him out like off the field as soon as possible with how dominant he is in this Magic.
So with Usman unfortunately having that disconnect, I feel like unless Team Jacob can work together to obviously continue without Usman.
Which they very much are. They've already taken 3 off of the board, moving on next to the rest of them. They did have to use 2 ults though, 2 support ults were used.
And it looks like Usman is back.
Yeah, that's good. Coming in now, are they somehow, even with the ult advantage that they had, are they still going to lose this point? Just seemingly desperate damage coming out from the Venom. They can't really target out the support here because of how much just self-healing they have towards each other. Like, they're holding hand in hand in these fights, just keeping everyone alive. This might be the defensive player that they've finally managed to find a place for. Warlock has used ults. If anyone does die, you'll be able to kind of pop them back immediately. Kind of just meaning anyone can play as aggressive as they want in those like 10 seconds of play. Magic just kind of fighting alone now. Picked off by Saul on the Psylocke actually for, I believe, the second time today he's been on Psylocke.
I wouldn't know because this is the first time I've seen Saul on Psylocke.
I swear he did it in the first game. Might have been. I might also be confused. Who knows?
May have been, yeah.
It's alright. Someone that knows more about the previous games can check, even though I've been watching them. The Helder Ult coming in now, that could do a lot of damage at the same right. Taking out the Adam Warlock first. That's 2 kills coming out. Both Adam Warlock and the Invisible Woman both fall. Coming up with a third. All 3 supports have been killed by just the Helder Ult. What a beautiful play from Jacob.
Yeah,
Jacob showing his worth.
Jacob seems to be showing that he can play whoever he's picked.
Oh yeah, he can really do it all, clearly. Team captain really showing just what it means to be a captain here. Both Mantis start going for the high ground. Mantis does have the ult. This could be good. Jacob picked off essentially like, immediately. Not really quick enough to get another pick off there. It's unfortunate the solo ult coming out, but that is a good solo ult to have. Saul just trying desperately to keep hold of this objective. Could have taken it there if she'd stayed on, but had to move away. Saul not really standing much chance at holding it. Venom jump in the backline. They want Jaden put into an early retirement, hunting him down as desperately as possible. He still managed to get away to his team and get some healing. Cloak and Dagger coming out on point, fully surrounding it with all these dashes. That's a lot of healing output. Jaden jumping in, immediately taking out the Adam Warlock there. Very clean. It does seem the defenders don't know the point is being taken. Saul is just kind of sat there doing desperate pick damage while the Mantis just tries to be assisting from miles away, really. There's not really much else to say. He's just so far out. Jaden using the ult to come in now, managing to actually get only 1 kill with it because of the Invisible Woman ult. Very much a powerful ultimate there. More ults coming in. Luna Snow to keep everyone kind of survived. I do believe this might be the end of the round. They do get them to overtime though, which is very much a good player.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say at the moment. It all looks interesting to watch, honestly.
Agreed. Yeah, there's nothing much to say about these games. It's more just, it does just feel like we're watching point and click simulator with Jacob on the Hella. He sees a target, and next thing you know, there is no target left. It's just a stain on the floor. Just seems to take everything out as Jaden dives the backline, doing so much pressurized damage.
And it looks like we're going to have a Jeff for this next round.
Jeff is definitely a player, but it is a good map for Jeff. And like early on, you can get, if you eat everyone in the right spot, you can get all of them off the map on multiple ways. It definitely could work if they play for that kind of eat. It depends on if they're going for the eat in general, or if they just want to try and play it more as extra healing and speed boost. It looks like we're getting the first a very good combo, actually. I'm quite happy with this. The Iron Man and Hulk combo. Iron Man alone is just going to absolutely annihilate, as he usually does. It's such a terrifying combo. Dominating the ranked ladders right now. People are asking, begging for it to be nerfed, currently.
Also, it turns out we no longer have the Jeff because they switched to the Iron Man.
Definitely a better swap in my opinion. The Iron Man Hulk combo is just infinitely better. Only having 2 supports, they're going for a 3-2-1 comp again. I do think they should have another tank, but that's, you know, their choice. On the defender side for the phonies, keeping practically exactly the same with what they had before. Not really changed anything up. I mean, yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You won. You know, you got overtimes, but you still got all 3 points. Why change it if it's winning? As the team seems to be pushing out, Jaden is third person peeking, hiding around this corner, waiting, seeing if any of them die. Probably going to go in for a dash immediately and try and pick off a target. He'll be swinging essentially wildly as immediately both magics fall. Oh wow. Evan coming on, getting a 2k immediately with these shots. Adam Warlock basically plays like Senjata. He's such a powerhouse of damage.
Yeah, with Saul switching to magic, do you think he's trying to pull off what Jaden does, or?
It could be. It could also be maybe a distracted play as well. You know, magic exists, people turn around, everyone else turns to go for it, and then the Iron Man gets free reign. Which we haven't actually... Where is the Iron Man? All the way at the back being hunted by a Venom. Speaking of which, he does end up killing that Venom. If Iron Man uses the ability now, the overdrive, definitely would have worked if the Hela wasn't just existing as Hela.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Hela being the goddess of death, she is really showing it, even though it's not the show. Or the movie, but you get what I mean.
Oh, well, goddess of death universally. And no matter what variant of Hela, it's still going to be Hela effective. That joke can go. Iron Man tries to rush in, seemingly just alone there, and gets immediately taken out. Not really much else to say about that one, just kind of walked in and then got pushed out forcefully. Venom having to use his self-heal to keep alive here as the Hulk gets nearly taken out. They have to use Mantis to keep him alive here. Cloak also coming out. That's going to be a lot of damage over time and healing. He has to move out of this. Squirrel Girl getting 2 there as the Squirrels run down both the Hela and the Luna. Removing Luna's ult from the equation here. This could be the winning play. Revive coming in, not really going to do much at this point. It's only going to revive the one, who then immediately died anyway. Even with the advantages they had on both kills being taken out by the Squirrel Girl, they still could not, they couldn't pull out the win here.
Yeah, so the Iron Man has the ult, so if the Iron Man can get into the back line without being seen and then pop the ult, which is what it seems like he was...
Yeah, it looks like he's about to go... He used the ult! He popped the ult in that moment and got immediately taken out by the Luna. That is so unfortunate. They needed that ultimate to get a hold here.
Yeah,
Iron Fist ult coming out now, going to seemingly just be used on anything and anywhere it can be. Punching Jaden's corpse or what? That is the definition of disrespectful.
I mean, it seemed like what I was saying about the Iron Man was actively happening. Unfortunately, didn't have the outcome I was expecting.
Fortunately, it was read like an open book and taken out just as quickly. But they have now gone on to a Black Widow, of all things. Haven't seen really much of a Black Widow yet. It's definitely interesting to see that kind of be used here. As, again, the phonies literally have not changed up a single thing about their comp in about 2 or 3 games at this point.
I have also just spotted my main Scarlet Witch, who's being played by Saul, so it's going to be interesting to see how he... It's going to be interesting how he plays her.
If he gets to play at all at this rate with Hela's just continuous domination of the point. Cloak and Dagger ult now also down. Only 20 seconds left on the point. Can they even touch? Or is it going to be the cleanest sweep of the games we've seen so far today?
Now, it will certainly be interesting. I mean,
10 seconds left.
Yeah,
I think it's
I doubt that. Yeah, that's going to be.
Yeah, they can't contest. That is the end of the game. That is 5 points to the phonies. My word, we are seeing absolute domination today.
Yeah. Unfortunately, with how it's going, I think it's going to be a flawless victory.
For the first time today, we've seen Luna getting the MVP. I see Miku absolutely popping off there. My word, these stats are incredible. What am I looking at? This is beautiful. That was maybe the most powerful stomp I've seen on Marvel Rivals in a long time.
That is interesting to see with
We are now going to be moving on from this now after this game has been done. There's a quick interview with the Invictus program, the charity we're sponsoring today. And then after that will be the next game. So yeah, we'll see you all after that.
Well, welcome, Katie. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me today. Thank you. This is amazing.
And of course, you've come for Invictus Wellbeing. Tell us a little bit more about it.
So Invictus Wellbeing, we're a children's mental health and wellbeing charity, and we work with young people from the ages of 5 up to 25 years of age across West Yorkshire. So we're actually your neighbours in Dean Clough, so we've been watching all the progress of how you've developed your building over the road from us, so it's been fantastic to watch everything. So we are an organisation that works with young people who may be just having difficulties with their mental health. They might want some support with their well-being, or they want some support with helping with difficulties like maybe going through a bereavement or something similar to that. So there's lots of projects that go on for Invictus. We work with young people 5 to 15-year-old in our Brew project. We've also got a service called the Transition Support Service that works with young people from the ages of 16 up to 25. And we've recently just finished a project working with young people who are not in any employment or education, where we work with them, supporting them with their mental health, because that might have been a barrier to why they were struggling with their next steps.
Oh, that's amazing. So, not only that, but is there any way to contact the services?
Absolutely. So it's completely free to refer to our service. You can go through our website, which is invictuswellbeing.com. There's a referral form on there. It's really simple to fill out. It's only a few questions. Or you can get in touch with a member of our admin team on our email, or you can get in contact via telephone, or even Facebook as well. We've got Facebook, Instagram as well, if those are your preferred methods of contact. So it's really easy to get in touch with us, and the referral forms are really easy to complete as well.
That's absolutely brilliant. Is there any way that people can help you out?
Absolutely, yeah. So obviously being a charity, we rely heavily on donations to help continue to offer the fantastic support we can to young people. So any support that people can donate, if they, even if it's just £1, or, a donation, or even some volunteering regarding helping out at the charity, everything's really appreciative, and every penny goes back into offering the free counselling and wellbeing support that young people can access.
Well, that's brilliant. Also, remember to donate using the link in the description down below. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, and good luck with the rest of the gaming.
Of course.
All right, and we're back again. Going to be going on to the actually other Wakanda map, Burn T'Challa. Domination map. I like what we've seen from the domination side so far. It does seem to be the closest these two teams are to actually standing an equalised chance, which we saw on Hydra Base the first time we've gone to 3 points so far. But after that dominant just decimation we got last game, I don't know how this is going to play out.
Yeah, I mean, same here. Unless Team Evanescence go with like an AoE ult where they can get multiple people at once with the ult, I think it'll be flawless for Phonies.
We can hope that something good comes out of this, because they need the win, not only for morale, but just for the sake of getting a win at this point. Like a 5-0 stomp, you rarely see these kinds of just powerhouse teams get just stomped this much. It's starting to get difficult to watch. Banning the magic, that is a good first play here. They definitely need to get rid of just some kind of power output from the dominant lead the Phonies have with their characters. Phonies have also banned the penny, as they've consistently done the entire time.
Yeah. If I was playing in this, although it wouldn't have been a good pick to ban, I would have probably banned Mantis.
I would have kept the Mantis gone every time, because Mantis, especially with the Phonies kind of adopting this kind of dual This 3-2-1 kind of style with these supports, removing as many powerful supports as you can gives you more variability to be able to take them down. So even if Mantis was, available, they wouldn't be able to kind of swap into it even if no one was playing it at the time. Banning the Wonder the Wonder and Punisher are both interesting choices. We've not seen much of the Wonder. We've again barely seen the Punisher because they keep putting him into an early grave here.
I mean, then again, I think the main reason why we've not seen much of Punisher is because he's been banned almost every time.
Oh, and even when he wasn't, we didn't see much of him. So I don't know what the play is here. Maybe they just really do not want that Punisher to exist.
And I also feel personally attacked about the Wonder.
Good, you should.
Yeah. Shame.
One thing I'm noticing though is, with the Magic being banned now for somehow the first time, Jaden has gone on to the Mr. Fantastic.
It'll certainly be interesting to see how Jaden does, as he's not on Magic.
It will be, because these characters normally, they don't really have much in common when it comes to their overall playability, so I'm curious to see how he's going to be able to adapt from one to the other. My favorite thing about this map is that the spawns are together, so you can just go in and say hi.
4, 3, 2,
Now let's see what these teams can kind of pull off here.
capture the mission area. Got it?
Again, going for it's a 3-2-1 style coming out from the phonies. Again, they seem to be just religiously adapted to this conference style and no one else. Also, Mr. Fantastic on the Evanescence side as well. This character's getting a lot of playtime considering he's currently not one of the strongest. Evan got blown immediately. I don't even know where that happened. He's just gone. Revived himself, but he's just vanished. It looks like the phonies are already getting a solid hold on the point, trying to just take it as quickly as possible here. It's a good, solid start. Evan falls again, getting beaten down by multiple targets. Grogo soon to follow, gets taken out as well. Do trade out on Usman though as Iron Fist falls. I believe that is very much... Yet the hold is now basically secured for the phonies as they manage to just one by one systematically pick off every member of the enemy team. Just Mantis trying somewhat desperately to have it just take an inch there, dying almost immediately.
Unless Evanescence wait for each other, which I don't think whoever that person is right there.
Evan is going in, seemingly blind, just alone there with the rocket.
As I was saying, personally, they should team up and then push, but...
Oh yeah, University, you want to be groups up here, but Jaden on Miss Fantastic is not letting Evan have an inch here, just going and going. One thing I do find interesting is, normally on this map you see people destroy as much as they can quickly, because this opening version map is very bad for defending, but then when you destroy the edges and all these stuff falls, that's when it becomes a lot better for the defending team.
Interesting.
My normal go-to is to destroy everything on this map as soon as possible, because it's just so much better when it's destroyed that way. It doesn't matter much when Spotted just gets blown immediately off the point. Never's got a chance there. Kirby quickly follows. The Iron Fist is just so damning for supports, especially when they're alone.
And it looks like Sol has
crashed out, yes, they've lost one. And then trying just to run away there and getting just annihilated too. There's not really much to say about this game. It just feels like, again, they're doing the same thing that we've mentioned every other game. They've just trickled on one by one, and every time they falter. This trickling strategy is not working them once. They're about to lose this point again. It's now on 95% now. This is about to be the end of the game. Miss Fantastic again, not standing much chance. Can't even get close to the objective, and none of them were able to get close in time.
So if I was watching correctly, that was just a flawless win. I don't think anyone on Team Phony died.
I do think one of them died. I can't remember who though. I do remember seeing at least a death. It was very early on though.
Interesting.
Either way, there's nothing that we can really say about these games apart from, and phonies have again killed every single person on the point and have not left much of a chance to play. There's not really many other ways I can really word that phonies are winning.
Yeah, I mean, Team Evanescence, they must be feeling it now. I mean, they've not won a single
full point yet.
Full point. They've got like maybe one or two of those smaller ones, but apart from that,
they take individual points, but nothing full, and they still don't have Saul back yet. This is still a 5v6. Still waiting for him to load back on. This will definitely affect them more than it's definitely affected them more than anyone else, as we've had crashes before on the side of Phonies, and genuinely I didn't even notice that Phonies had a crash when they were playing. What on earth? Oh, they portaled to the side. They portaled immediately and just ran in. That looks almost like a traffic accident, but the way they just ran into each other like that. What on earth? Miss Fantastical coming in immediately, getting a lot of damage output, but the ult itself is actually quite weak and definitely needs to be looked into by the dev team. It does not do as much damage as it normally should for an ult. On the bright side though, Evanescence has now nearly taken the point actually, I'll correct myself. It does seem that their only kind of objections are both the support and Jaden on Miss Fantastic.
Oh, and Saul is back and is on the Star-Lord, your main, I believe.
I'm very happy to see this, especially he has the 85 ult charge off it. I'm glad that the game lets you keep your ult charge over swapping characters and you know when you like lag out or something or crash.
Yeah.
Definitely a really good thing. That's what I like about this game. It has a lot of good quality of life ideas. Speaking of quality of life, Thor's quality of life is going way up as he is beating the Strange to a bloody pulp on the point. Quickly then gets annihilated himself, but you know, he at least got the Strange down. The rest of the team dies in the wall up top. Evan not really standing much of a chance here as the whole team converges on him, trying desperately to survive and getting beaten up by the Iron Fist.
Yeah, so I know I keep saying this every time, but it's just something that I personally can't stop saying, but Evanescence really do need to just team up.
They really do. But they're doing better now with teaming up and going all one way. But again, you see Spotted on the Thor just running in solo. Because the rest of the team doesn't really do much. These, remember, they have the two healers, but they don't have a lot of healing output in comparison, especially with the damage they're putting out. He's just getting beaten down now, and no one actually healed him at all there. He was left to die completely alone, essentially. Never really so much of a chance. Spotted beating up the cloak now. Cloak does fall, leaving this to 4v3, but they have a lot of survivability ultimate there. Luna Snow's ult is just so powerful for surviving, even though now it's gone, she's still somehow surviving normally. Managed to keep the rest of the team alive just long enough for the Storm ult to get there, and this was probably going to clean house. Gets the first one, nearly gets the second, and is about to get the third as well. Beautiful play, both the kills from Storm and Jaden taking it over the end. This has been, again, just a very defensively strong hold. We're not really seeing... They had a chance of taking that point where they did take it for a little bit and they had that kind of hold on, but were very quickly just wiped out by both the ultimate strain and the team synergy that the Phonies have.
Yeah. So, the Black Widow, I'm not sure where she is right now, but if she... I feel like she could easily go for a flank, and then...
I feel like the Black Widow itself is probably not the best player. Widow as a character is just fundamentally one of the weaker ones currently, not really worth picking without having a Hawkeye to back it up. And that is the second point gone. A 6th point goes towards the Phonies, as we now are heading into the final game of the day here. The final chance for Evanescence to actually just gain a point. I feel like if they get a point, we should just give, like, that should just be the win here if they get 1 point.
21-0 is...
Jaden never died once in both rounds. All of those just extra points. Even with more damage blocked than damage dealt, he still never died. That is just the powerhouse healing his team has. Looking at the healing output here, I'm pretty sure just the Cloak and Dagger alone had more healing than the entirety of Evanescence combined.
Yeah.
That is insane. This team really just... You can really tell where the synergies lie and where the synergies don't in this kind of lineup. So I believe we're going to be going on to break soon, and then after that will be the final round. I'll be getting confirmation of that at some point, so I think until then we just talk about kind of... If you were in the position of Evanescence here, with the just domination that you're feeling, what would you do to swap? Like, is there anything that you think you could do here?
the only thing I can really think of would be switching to Punisher. However, Punisher's been banned. And with Punisher, I feel like as long as I go up with my team, I can place down a turret at a good angle, try pick off a couple of people, and if I am getting shot at by multiple people, get out of the turret and then use the smoke screen. That's what I feel like would be a good play. However, although I made Wanda, I don't think she would be a good pick for the current Evanescence where they are right now.
Yeah, I can definitely see how the Punisher would work here if he was still available. Now we are going to go on to the next interview, so that will be us until the finals. I honestly really hope Evanescence can pull out a win for these finals. I'm really excited for this final game to see if they can win.
Well, your team has been absolutely acing this entire game. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling like the team is just incredible. We just all put our worked our socks off for this, and it's just the thing we do.
And it seems like you've been sticking to a very good strategy. So, like, how has that come into force throughout the entire game so far?
It's just we used the exact same thing because they couldn't counter it any of the times we used it. So until they manage to counter it, they're not going to win.
And is there any point in the game where you felt like you had that power to win?
All the time. Every game, you just go in thinking you're going to win. And if you don't think you're going to win, then you're probably not going to win.
Of course. So how did you prepare for the entire events?
We just trained every day and just, like I said, just did what we do best.
Yeah. Okay, and that's basically our interview. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's all right.
Brilliant. Of course, link in the description for the donations.
My name's Leah and I'm studying Counselling and Applied Psychology at Calderdale College. I came to a transitional point in my life and I thought, I need to do something and I need to have a career. My mum actually studied here years and years ago and she said it was great. I'm really enjoying the course. The tutors are amazing and really personable. But the HNC, after I've done that, I will want to go on to stay here and do the HND. And then from that, I think the college is looking into doing a BA top-up, so then it would become my undergraduate degree. This is a full-time course, but I only attend on a Monday evening and a Wednesday for the day, so it means I only really need to find the childcare for the Wednesday daytime, because I have 3 children.
And welcome back to the final round. Yeah, final round. Looking forward to it. Hopefully Evanescence can get their first win, although it's not going to really do much. It'll be nice to see from everybody's perspective that Evanescence gets a win. What do you think?
I can say nothing more than I'm hoping for a miracle at this point. If we see a win pop off, it would be nothing short of legendary. I do hope Evanescence can pull it off though, because they've been beaten down so strongly throughout these games. It would feel almost disappointing if they don't at least have a chance of winning this final round. I'm really hoping they can pull away.
Yeah, I can't help but think that they must feel so demoralized over this.
I can imagine so, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping in this game as well, I want to see more variety of gameplay as well from both sides, because as fun as it is to watch, I'm also kind of getting really bored of the 3-2-1 style.
Yeah.
Give us some more variety, like 5 supports again. That was so fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, although Team Jacob have proved that their lineup has been really, really strong, it would be nice to see some variety. Like, obviously, keep the healers because they're essential, but maybe the DPS changing it up a little.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised they haven't already tried to swap up a bunch of things, to be fair, on the Evanescence side of things. Especially when, so far, every strat they've tried, only one of them has really worked out well. And when they swapped off of that strat in the Hydra-based game, shocker, they completely fell apart. When they went up, that 4 healers, 2 tanks is what's winning them these games. As soon as they remove themselves from that ideology, that's where they fall apart. They need to keep to that kind of method, I think.
Yeah. So, hopefully... we won't know until we actually get into the round, but hopefully they'll go back into that strat, realise that's what got them further into... Well, realise that strat is what got them the furthest in terms of winning a round. And so, yeah, hopefully they just go back into that same strat and, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. Or we're going to see 5 supports and 1 Mantis again, and then a very quick sweep. Either way, finally loaded in. We're about to find out for ourselves. Again, I do think that phonies they just have... At this point, it's not just a player and gameplay advantage. They also have a mental advantage. There is no way they're not feeling like they are on cloud 9 right now with these 6 wins in a row.
Like, me personally, if I was on Team Evanescence right now, I would be fuming, and I would be frantically trying other heroes, see who I do well with, even though I may not have played them before.
A key important thing in games like this where you are getting kind of swept, you have to kind of keep that mentality. Like, if you start to lose your head, that's when you're going to lose the game, is the best way to kind of mentally think about it. You have to have that mentality going where you can't really... Like, as you said, with the frantically, you can't let yourself get frantic. So, looking into these bans here, they've immediately banned the magic again. Again, it's a good choice. You want to keep Jaden kind of away from that powerhouse for character, while also saving the Mantis. Evanescence seems to be picking solid picks here, while phonies have banned the Penny again and have saved the Stranger. We're going to see another Punisher ban hit. Yes, we are. Punisher is gone again. They absolutely despise this character for some reason. And now we'll see who Evanescence is going to pick for their second ban. Iron Fist is in the grave. That is a good idea. They're removing the melee. Because these melee characters have really been what's putting them down. Especially the Iron Fist in the backline taking out 1 support, and then Jaden just consistently team wiping with his ultimate or just doing overwhelming amounts of damage.
I'm going to be honest here. With Magic being banned, Jaden has to play other characters. Going with the Winter Soldier, I'm honestly really looking forward to it because I myself have wanted to play Winter Soldier, but I just can't seem to personally get him going on my side. So it'll be fun to see because I can definitely learn a few things if he plays the character.
Yeah. Winter Soldier's playstyle, it's very... Not the best way to describe it. It's kind of like passive-aggressive. Like, you want to kind of run in and do as much damage as you can, with your shots, with your ability, especially with your abilities resetting your, reloading your weapon automatically can just, permanent fire for so long. But if you get too aggressive, you're going to get shut down, and it's not going to end well. We are seeing here Evan on the rocket, seemingly going to try and flank their spawn himself. Because the rest of them kind of sitting up on the point here. Holding the point on this map is very good for, defender side. Mainly because you have to leave... Wow, already, Star-Lord is just put into an early grave, just shut down. As Jaden just kind of puts a lot of damage output, but can get enough to really get a kill there, as the Adam Warlock puts him down as well. Now, we've already got a crash on the attacker's side. Alex has been temporarily removed from the game. That Miss Fantastic being put down by the Wolverine here. Finally seeing some actual good action from the Wolverine. He's really not been able to do much with the lack of tanks on both sides. Difficult to see. Storm is removed from the skybox by Saul, who's now come back on the Star-Lord.
And this may actually be a turnaround for Team Evanescence, because from my point of view, they are doing way better than they have been before.
Oh, for sure. Like, they've got a lot more damage output going in, a lot more survivability too, and it also helps that they are going now up against a 5v6, so one opponent is still currently missing from the game. So this is going to be, they're really going to take advantage of what they've got here and just really rush through as much as they can. It's a scrappy fight in this small room here as Wolverine and Mr. Fantastic are just having a very sloppy kind of just fist fight, as Wolverine does lose that with the help of Saul coming in on the Star-Lord.
Yeah, that was also interesting because from how I was looking at it, it was a respectful 1v1. No one was interrupting. And then the Star-Lord came in and made it a 2v1, which...
So just disrespecting the sanctity of 1v1. We'll make sure that we bully him for that later on. That is a promise. Yep. In the meantime, though, as well, Jaden on the Winter Soldier seems to be dealing as many kills as he's taking, from the looks of it. He's died a lot, but also not really getting many kills out as well. Storm going in the back line. Everyone's low health there. Wow, just annihilates in a millisecond. Just never stood a chance. Everyone died. Storm really is just like such a powerhouse. I'm honestly gonna start picking her up at some point. She looks so strong. Wolverine going in with the ult. This unfortunately misses just about everyone there. The ult is very weird. It has very weird angles. Not that I can figure it out. Wow, a lot of healing towards Miss Fantastic there. He's just going in and slapping away. I think it's immediately dropped. Just again, Storm is just a powerhouse. So much damage output on this character. This is insane. I don't think they really tested this properly when they added it to the game. This seems way too strong.
Yeah, it also seems like with most of these fights that Evanescence don't realise they're so low.
That is a good point, actually. Yeah, they seem to run in like they don't actually know what's going on. It could be maybe a communication issue on their side, or just something a bit more that doesn't really give them the realization that they're not only low health, but just completely alone from their team.
Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger.
Again, Miss Fantastic quickly taken out. The ultimate is, it's just a weak ultimate is like its main problem. Again, we are seeing Evanescence, what started with quite a strong hold there, being quickly just destroyed. As they're now, again, just trickling in over and over. It's the same, at this point now, tired routine of trickle in solo, die, feed the point, feed for ultimates, reset, get wiped by an ultimate, have one point where they do well for like maybe a minute, and then quickly again lose that point. It's unfortunate to see, because this team I had high hopes for at the start, and now they really don't seem to be able to pull anything off here. And just as I'm saying that, a 3K comes out from the Psylocke's ultimate. That is beautiful. Put me quickly in my place. The Psylocke with a beautiful little 4K and the headshot finish there. Only two of them left standing. Taking the fifth one taken out. Storm out of the sky by the Mantis. I will stand happily corrected watching them now take on. Wolverine diving in completely solo. Just quickly removed and flies into space.
It also seems that...
Oh, the portal!
Obviously, as we've seen, Recon does really well with Psylocke, it seems.
Oh, for sure. The portal came in as well. 3 ultimates used for that one point, though. I'm not too sure on that one. Both the portals were used and the Storm ult, but only really amounted to 4 kills total there. Star just kind of hiding away now. I don't really blame him. There's not much else he can do against just that terrifying amount of power. Alex's portals have just consistently been some of the most beautiful things I've witnessed in a while. Usman using the Wolverine ult there, did not get anything with it. No one even in sight when he used it. That's very unfortunate. But yeah, these strange portals have been nothing short of like legendary. Every single one that's been used has been so like unexpected that not even like us with spectator camera can see them coming, and every time it leads to some of the most beautiful plays I've seen. Alex is definitely a player to watch out for when it comes to like tank players. Strange.
Personally, I don't think there's a lot more to say, because it's just essentially the same as what's been happening the past couple of rounds. Just
nothing much has really changed in terms of playstyle and mentality for Evanescence. It's just kind of it's like they're looking at these games and they're thinking, yeah, this is the intended scenario. We're gonna keep doing this, and just never really change up or like switch out anything. Like right there, Spotted jumps in on the Venom, gets immediately just solo running, and that's the end of that. Psylocke comes in, beautiful little 2K with ultimate there, manages to nearly cap the point for himself, but gets shot in the back by the Storm. Just this character is insane.
I'm going to make my circus prediction and say that Recon is going to get SVP.
It wouldn't surprise me. So far, Recon has been doing some of the most work in this game for the Evanescence side. Oh, what an ultimate. Strange ult there, taking out the first one. Nearly gets the second one as well. Evan was so close to death there if it wasn't for the Squirrel Girl's intervention. It does look like they finally have some kind of hold here. Saul pops the ult for Star-Lord. Trying desperately to go in there. Just kind of get any kind of damage output and kills that he can. Not really much though, as this third point is very much... It's very defensive heavy. It's like you can't really get anything done because there's always a wall to hide behind or a wall to get through. Here comes Down and Dangerous. How many agains are we going to hear? Seemingly none. He missed the entire ultimate. That's actually very unfortunate. I was really hoping for better. But they have the Lunar ult. Lunar ult's going to be there, and there also goes the Storm ult as well. And the team falls apart so quickly. Cloak and Dagger ult on point. That's the end of that. At this point, just 2 of them left. Saul left standing and just taken out. And yeah, that's the end of that. Considering how strong they were, 53 seconds left is still pretty good time for Evanescence. They can get something out of that.
Time to switch things up, including which side.
Yeah, I am looking forward to it as much as we know what the outcome is going to be. Usman looking like he's going to go to Hawkeye, which is...
not normal for him. Normally we see him on the melee characters.
Yeah, so I wonder how he's going to do as Hawkeye, and I believe this is, apart from Jaden, I believe this is probably the only character switch that Team Jacob has done.
At this point, does character switching to new characters really matter for the phonies? Like, they have Jaden who's going to be there, seemingly can play any character that he just lays his hands on. He seems to be God's gift to rivals in these matches. Absolutely just dominating everything they try and do.
I mean, hell, they could probably have a team full of Jeffs and pull something off.
I would love to see a team full of Jeffs. That'd be my new favorite thing. I'm actually begging that they add no hero limit just so I can go against 6 Jeffs. That would be my ecstasy.
A team full of Jeffs and a team full of Winter Soldiers. Just perfect.
I'm not too sure on that one. The Winter Soldier, imagine hearing 6 agains firing off simultaneously. I think I would just have a heart attack there and then. That would just be the end of me.
Then again, even one Winter Soldier could pull off that.
Does anyone fall for it again? Oh my god, they actually do. Oh.
I was out there.
What?
And
the portal just put them at a different door. I think they were trying to portal lock them with the door and missed. A common strategy for Doctor Strange is to use the portals to lock them in, so they go out of one and then pop back into their own spawn door through the other. It's a very, very common strategy, very much used on this map on the 3rd point. But not when you miss and put them the wrong way. Might be unfortunate there, but you know, live and learn. Evanescence actually starting to make some decent progress here already. Only the Hulk, Evan, is really one pushing the point. The more they're on there, the faster it'll move, and they're going to need the speed for this kind of map here. The Black Widow still on top, nearly some Widowmaker. Oh, the backline from the Doctor Strange there. You don't really see Strangers running in solo, but it seems to be working. It helps to pick off one kill there, and manages to stay alive long enough to actually his entire team to push up with him. Only Hulk left on point. Now he's going to get quickly baby murdered. Now a little Banner just running around quite terrified. Does get a pick off actually. Little Banner helps take out the Strange. Oh my god, is Banner also going to get the Luna? Nope, Luna is full health, Banner is not.
Also, it may seem like Evanescence is going for some sort of tactic with the Hulk and the Iron Man.
I actually didn't think of it, yeah, they have that team up. But I'm also yet to see Iron Man actually use the overdrive, which is actually what the actual combo is. It's possible they actually have no idea how the combo works, but you know, we'll figure it out. That is an interesting Lunar ult. Lunar ult popping in there, not really being able to do really much of anything because no one else, like Luna can't attack during her ult, and it's just mainly there to contest extra time. Which again is actually the most important thing throughout these games. It's just time. Evanescence do get the first point though. We might be seeing the smallest twinge of a reverse sweep here, guys. I would personally love it, but again, I'm not holding out the most hope considering what we've seen so far today.
Now, what would personally be really fun for me to watch is if the Iron Man can get a stealth, like, up high and then just get a complete team wipe. That would be interesting to see.
If we can see a good Iron Man, I'll be so happy. Strange is getting beaten to a bloody pulp in the middle of the room. That was just rude to see. Hulk trying to get away, immediately just put onto banner and gone. Straight out. Saul on the high ground, using his ult now. This might be beautiful. Immediately gets the first pick. Can he get the second? He's focusing a tank out and dies.
Maximum!
With Star-Lord, you don't... Oh, wow. That was just rude. Doctor Strange just took that full maximum pulse straight to the brain from Iron Man. Only a solo ult, but still beautiful to witness. The key thing with Star-Lord is you don't want to focus a tank because of its limited time. You want to go for everyone else in the room. If he'd gone for that Storm instead of the Strange, it probably would have led to a very powerful play. Beautiful shot there from Spotted on the Black Widow, nailing Jaden out of the sky as Skrull, that's the one. Strange just flying alone in the air, not really able to do much at this range.
I mean, to me, right now, it's looking like the Doctor Strange is observing all those 14 million different universes.
Just flying away, watching the game go on. That is kind of how it felt there at the distance. Storm coming in now, just kind of doing any work they can. They are going to cap the point, though. Nearly 4 minutes 30 to spare on this third point. Are they actually going to take this with more time than the Phonies had? Skrulgolo comes in, gets the first pick, gets the second one, my word. Skrulgolo getting a third. Oh, I was so hopeful Skrulgolo will get a third, but he did take out two, and that is the rest of the team wiped by both the Black Widow and the Star-Lord coming in. Very underrated ult, actually, there from the Skrulgolo. It single-handedly just kind of helped them work their way through the rest of the point.
I mean, will this actually be Evanescent? God damn.
That is a hard one to say. We'll try that one again. Oh, Stormbolt coming in now. Oh, that is a beautiful 2K coming in. Is he going to get a third? 3K coming out from the Storm. That is Evanescence. Maybe done and dusted for this fight, as half of them have now been killed. The fourth one goes as well as Iron Man falls too. It's literally just the Hulk left. Now little baby Banner. And now a body.
Skadoosh.
He has been skadooshed. On the bright side though, because they all died so quickly, they do have a quicker reset. All of them are now already together, they don't have to wait too long for anything. Wolverine does get killed by the Star-Lord, that is a very good start. Iron Man figuring out that the overdrive does exist, and still dying with it, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it just looks like there's a lot of healing coming out as the healers play almost in the back line. Storm hiding in a corner. Storm might have crashed.
I mean,
Storm might have crashed. That it might be a very good sign for Evanescence if Storm's crashed out. Great. Right, looking into this fight here, the overdrive coming out from Iron Man, again, a lot of damage, but not able to out-damage the powerhouse that is Cloak and Dagger ult. Oh wow, they're using the Star-Lord ult as well now. A lot of damage, but again, not able to... That's just how powerful Cloak and Dagger is in these kind of engagements, where it can just kind of stop even a Star-Lord ultimate. Skrulgolo there, getting two of them. Harris is just being able to really clean house with Skrulgolo. This is very much an underrated pick. We've not really seen much of, but should have seen more of. And yep, sure enough, Storm has crashed. Now going to 5v6. This might be the edge they need. And oh wow, the counter Skrulgolo. The Skrulgolo match has been made. This might actually, this Lethia might be the actual edge that Evanescence need to go into this next round here. They do have over a minute's more time currently than the Phonies do. Weirdly enough, also losing the point in the exact same place that the Phonies did on their first attack round.
And from here, it seems like the Iron Man just does not know how to aim with that Unibeam.
I don't know, the Unibeam itself is quite hard at higher ranges. Even I struggle with that, and I played Iron Man a bunch. Either way, the Iron Man has fallen. The Lunar Snowball coming out is just... I don't feel it was necessary, but oh wow. Hulk coming back out there, barely surviving his banner. I thought he was dead, but no, he did get the swap off, and he's about to die again. And yet, there, down he goes. Oh, the Iron Man ult was nearly beautiful, but got picked off so quick. You've got to be careful. It's very similar with Wonder Ult, where you're a free kill while it's activating. You've got to be careful.
Yeah.
speaking of free kills, the Strange ult there managed to just easily secure a kill on Saul. He just throws it in place, couldn't stand a chance, and his own Saul watched him get beaten to death by a Wolverine. That's not going to be good for the mental. Imagine that like actually happening to you. Pull out your own body and watch yourself get killed. That's just rough. Speaking of killed, Iron Man shot out of the skybox again. I think the Iron Man has to start playing more like close range. Oh, the Storm is now back though, so Jacob's game is now fixed. Evan is just getting bullied in a corner. Never really was able to get out of that. And again, as we see, as the team goes under a minute, they start doing this same like pattern we've seen over and over, where they just panic and they run towards the point, desperate to just like contest it. And actually playing as a coordinated team, if it took any time to stop and just coordinate, they probably would win this. They have ultimate advantage on a good few of these fights. They just need to actually play instead of running in solo. Can anyone even touch in time? They're on overtime. That is what they needed. Recon on point now swapping onto the Moon Knight. The biggest problem here is that the Cloak and Dagger ult is just so powerful for healing this. It's now done. Solo going legendary. Flying into the high ground. Is he going to be able to pick anything else there? He does get 2 DPS down. Oh, they C9'd the point! Oh, they C9'd! What a rough ending! They had it so close, and they C9'd the point, trying to gun for kills and survivability. Oh, you hate to see it, but what a good game at the end of that there. That felt the closest they've been in a while. GG's to everyone that played. What a game to watch. Wow.
Now, it really is unfortunate to see that Evanescence did not get a single full game point, and Phony just going flawless. It would have been definitely fun to see Evanescence getting at least 1, maybe 2 wins, but yeah.
Alright, now moving on to actual full interviews with the team captains. I'm very interested to see what these interviews say and how the captains react to the way these games went, because I do feel like Evan is going to have a lot to say about the way that his team kind of functioned together as a group and as individuals throughout these 7 games, where they just never really looked like they stood a chance. So I'm interested to see how this is going to go. So we're going to head over to those interviews now, and then after that we're going to be coming back to us, I believe. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's said.
He was going to have Harris run over there and hit Jacob in the head with a steel chair. And then he was going to claymore kick Jaden.
You know, if I'd have gone, no, you would be dead. I'm sorry.
Wow, it's been an amazing game all day today. How are you both feeling?
Great,
yeah. It was fun.
Yeah, bro, I've enjoyed it.
I mean, for some of you, you've done really well. For some of them, it's been quite tough. So how have you managed to stick with the strategies, and what made it go right? What made it go wrong?
I think we were quite discoordinated, I guess. We wasn't a lot of communication going on, but it's for charity. It's not that serious.
Yeah, it's just for charity. There was no like real winner. It was just a bit of fun at the end of the day.
Just a pretty much a fun gameplay between the both teams.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, that's been absolutely brilliant though.
Yeah.
Some great gameplay out there. I've seen every second of it. Absolutely amazing. So thank you to you both
No
for
problem.
this interview.
Thanks for having us.
I don't think I ever cared.
I don't think he didn't care. He just laughed. We were memeing after kind of like this support was in it. I can't think.
Do you want the
Yeah, what are we waiting?
What's that? Elliot, do you want the contest?
That's the right people. Yeah, it's the quid everyone gets. Shared between us. So, about 20 each.
Yeah, I don't even count it. Is it not this camera that they're looking at now, Elliot?
I'm not your camera.
Well, we need the mic, don't we? Players, just make sure that you give like a good cheer and stuff after the announcement. Give it a bit of life. I know we're all tired. They just feel like congrats to the old ponies. Blah blah blah. Everyone, do a bit of a clap and stuff after they've announced. Give it a bit of life.
We are very sad.
Say goodnight.
And all right, that's the finale of the game. What a beautiful 7-0 victory coming out for the Old Phonies. Congratulations to all those players involved. It was such a fun game to watch. What do you think?
Yeah, it's honestly, from our perspective, I was honestly hoping Evanescence would at least get one victory throughout the whole tournament. However, it's sad to see that they didn't, but both teams did good on their part. Just congrats, it was really fun to watch.
Honestly, I couldn't agree more. Those games were just everything from them, from just the highlights of like watching incredible ultimates to watching 9 people fall off a map in a single round. Everything about it was just amazing. I absolutely love that, and I'm so thankful to the college for letting us actually be able to do this, be casting for this, and I hope it happens again. Also, thank you to Invictus, and also remember to donate towards that charity as well. It's an incredible charity. I've seen a lot for it. Definitely should be looking into that.
Hi everyone, my name's Danny Hutchinson. I'm the Chief Exec at Invictus Wellbeing, and I just wanted to pop on for 5 minutes to say a massive thank you to the students and teachers and all of the staff and everyone involved from Mill Studios and Calderdale College, who are taking the time today to raise money and awareness of Invictus Wellbeing through the live stream. Mill Studios is fantastic. It's so close to home, with it being just across the road at Dean Clough as well. Really, really fantastic for young people and giving them access and the ability to go and do things like game design and get hands-on experience in creative industries. So fantastic that you're supporting us. Just a massive thank you. Every penny raised will go towards supporting and improving the mental health and wellbeing of local young people in Calderdale and West Yorkshire. And it'll go towards counselling, our counselling service, it'll go towards emotional health and wellbeing, all of our other fantastic work in terms of campaigning, peer support and helping specific groups of young people. And we just wanted to say a massive thank you. Everyone here is really, really grateful, and we'll be joining the live stream and supporting you all the way. Good luck and thank you so much once again.